So, I'm going to start out today with a little tiny story at work.
Uh-huh.
Nothing happened at work today.
Nice.
Like, nothing at
Oh.
all. In fact, so little happened at work today, I accidentally fell asleep for 3.5 hours and no one noticed.
I
Were you
mean,
physically in the office?
No, I turned off my call queue. So it's like, oh, I'm going on lunch. I'll just take a small 1 hour nap. And then I woke up 3.5 hours later. But I turned off my call queue and I didn't take any more tasks. But we were so dry on tasks today and calls.
there's an alternate
Yeah.
option here, Sneaky, which is that your boss definitely noticed and then just decided he's not going to say anything until there's
No,
a
no, no.
performance
He's
review.
too busy to. He was too busy in meetings today. He couldn't respond to anything, let alone actually check up on us.
Man, I get the feeling no one gave a shit because nothing was going on anyways.
Oh no, that's sort of my. That's what my point is. Is that it was like, and it gets even better because the only DM I got was 5 minutes before I woke up, so it didn't even look like I was sleeping. And they weren't even asking why I wasn't taking calls. They were just like, "Hey, we're having weird issues right now with Google Chat. Can you see this message?" So, yeah, good times. Good times. So anyway, you guys all, or mostly, most of you, you all remember what that story, the high school DxD Mandalorian story that Atin had a minor aneurysm at? You guys all remember how I left a pretty milding review of just you've brung shame upon your family for 30 generations and curse of Ra upon you? Like, I didn't actually, like, say anything, like, genuinely terrible, right?
You meme posted.
Yeah. So he got butthurt. And he left me a PM.
Mm-hmm.
And he reviewed the story Moth paid me to write. It's honestly kind of sad that I have more reviews in this story that Moth paid me to write than of people who are angry that I didn't like their story than of people who have read my story.
A story that you're not even particularly proud of?
Nope. I kind of
even
just shit
fond
it
of.
out. Yeah.
It's just there.
Yeah.
You feel literally nothing towards this story.
Nope. I literally groaned the day Moth paid me to write it.
See, that's what you get for fucking pitching one of your many brainstorm ideas.
Oh, I know.
Someone called you on the bluff.
And someone called me on the bluff, yeah.
And then they didn't follow through like they should have.
Yeah.
So
It is what it is. But anyway,
back to not mattering.
So the review he left on my story was, lol, this story is a piece of shit. Imagine talking smack. Yeah, I don't really care.
Also, it's not that your story is a piece of shit. Like, from a technical point of view, it's actually very good. It's
Yeah,
just not intriguing as fan fiction.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I never really pitched my ideas as fan fiction. These were like straight up just Ruby rewrites of just like full on scrap all of canon. This is just an original story now thing. These were never meant to be like posted as fanfics, because no one would fucking read them. Because A, I'm not Coral Iran and I don't already have a massive huge audience, but the Ruby section is just fanatical about not having all of the things I remember.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this little fucker My guy, you are a legit troll, lol. I can't tell if you're taking it serious if you're posting this chapter 1 saying shit like that. Need I remind you this story not complete won't immediately be full circle. For plot to continue, I have make more storyline. Yes, that's right. I am reading all of this legitimately. For the
Most
plot
of
to
it,
continue,
you
I
get
have to
2
make
words.
more storyline. Yes. Also,
Yeah.
people don't seem to agree with you. You actually like the story, and most complaint are just about the format, which is their problem because they're not used to my formatting. Don't
Hang on,
insult
wait.
someone when you don't even
Your
have a good.
formatting is wrong, though.
Yeah, hang on a second. This is the Mandalorian one. I
Yeah,
need
this
to
is the
look at it
Mandalorian one.
remind
In
myself.
case everyone needs to be reminded what story this is, I'll drop a
I need
link
to
to it
remind
again.
myself
Yeah.
what the formatting looked like. Ah,
Yes.
yes. This
This abomination of formatting.
motherfucker. I used to write walls of text. I'm offended.
Yeah. Just a reminder, this is the guy who's selling me that the formatting is everyone else's issue.
No, this is definitely a him. This is the kind of formatting that you look at and you're like, okay, sure, sell this to a publisher right now.
Yep. Yep, exactly. It's like, yeah, go ahead. Take this to a publisher and see what happens. At least I can fucking do that. Oops. Not what I wanted to post. I wanted to post this. People to suffer. I want them to reveal upon themselves the image that I have shared. Anyway. So yeah. This garbage here. You mean the formatting that would get you laughed out of literally every English writing institution on the planet?
That's probably not true these days, Sneaky.
No, no, I do not know a single place that would accept writing like that. The walls of text, probably. That would probably get a pass these days. But the dialogue.
I mean, walls of text we're getting a pass long before this.
Oh yeah,
especially
that's what I'm saying.
smaller
Yeah.
papers and shit.
Yeah.
But no, don't forget, Sneaky. A lot of today's authority figures in this kind of stuff tend to be don't hurt people's feelings. They might turn them away, maybe. They definitely won't laugh him out now.
Well, they will laugh at him behind his back.
We need to go back 15 years to where they would laugh in his face.
Yes, absolutely. And then firebomb his house. Don't fuck with English writing majors. They have nothing to lose.
Except for their debt.
I suppose they don't. Well, no, they have literally nothing to lose.
They have negatives
just
to
makes it
lose,
easier.
actually, yeah. They don't have to pay their debt off if they're in jail. What are they gonna do? Throw them in double jail?
Ooh, oh no, scary. Yeah, that.
In your absolutely brainless wall of text with such subpar formatting that a brick is more concise than your writing?
You know, I'm not normally mean-spirited. I kind of look forward to seeing how this dude reacts.
Oh, he's gonna fucking spurg out. The fact that it took, let's see, hold on, let's see, comma, period right at the end. That you had the 1, 2, 3. How many words is this? Let's see. Yeah,
But
word
the more I
counter.
look at
100 words.
the more I look at his spag, the more upset I get.
Oh, I know, right? Exactly, yeah.
Like that English language arts teacher inside me that still hasn't quite died is just slowly getting there.
Sends all English teachers into a fatal coma within 50 feet of you. There's a single thing in this world less intelligent than you would have to be a nematode. I spelled nematode right. Yeah, I did. Also, by the way, someone paid me. Right. Paid. You air quotes. Paid. Send.
Yes, the gremlin laugh.
Anyway, let's get back to it, gentlemen. The funniest thing ever is when authors quit space battles due to harassment and then move to AO3 to moderate comments. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. There's people out there that just can't handle criticism. Just like at all, period. I don't even mean like, oh wow, this person can't take it if every single person calls them a dumbass bitch and tells them to die. It's like, no, I'm talking about like they can't even handle someone coming up to them and being like, hey, you missed a period here. They flip out. They just absolutely having, just complete mental breakdown by pointing out a mild flaw in their story.
Something harassment.
Yeah, literally. It's harassment because multiple people are pointing out to me. Well, then fix it. Okay, buddy. You enjoy having that.
Can you
seizure.
stop eating your mic?
No.
Okay, understandable.
The message got through, didn't it?
Yes.
Dutch Harry Potter, let's go. But yeah, no, I mean, especially the moderating the comments thing. It's just like such a pansy baby behavior. It's like, if you don't want people to comment badly on your stuff, don't post it. You know? It's the same thing as when you're learning how to model, or you're learning how to play the guitar, or you're learning how to cook. Don't post about it. Don't. I mean, sure, you might be able to post about it on like a guitar forum, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're doing great, buddy. Just keep practicing. You seem to have some trouble with the D chord and the E minor, so why don't you try this exercise to get used to it?" That's what you'll probably get if you post about your journey to learn the guitar on a guitar forum, right?
Ideally, yeah.
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah, a little encouragement with some criticism on where you could probably improve on something.
Right. But
And
then
how to
if
improve it.
you go to like say fucking Instagram or TikTok and you're like, this is me playing the guitar. And you get a bunch of comments about people saying how dog shit you are. Well, that's just on you. You didn't go to the Guitar Center. You went to the fucking public square.
You volunteered to be pilloried.
Yeah, you literally put yourself in that position. You know, no one's breaking into your house to tell you how bad at guitar you are, unless maybe you live in an apartment complex and you've been playing it at like 1 in the morning. I probably would kick down your door if you were garbage at playing the guitar and you were doing it at 1 in the morning, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, dude, you suck. Shut the fuck up.
In the name of Sigmar! Get rid of this fucking guitar.
I'm gonna fucking place a shaped charge on your apartment door. But you know, you can fully avoid situations where people shit on you by simply not informing them of you doing it. You know, it's not like you're some live streamer that's being filmed 24/7 and everything you do is being posted online for people to critique without your, you know, willpower. You know, you didn't sign the slavery contract to big media and they made you the next hit TV show. Look at this retard go through his day. You know, so you have the power to not post cringe, and yet you did anyway. You do not get the permission from me or the internet itself to reject people calling you cringe when you post cringe. It's not how this works. But speaking of cringe, let's talk about Harry Potter stories, because Harry Potter is by far one of the biggest fanfiction sections on fanfiction.net, and frankly, if you consider all of the other websites that people don't cross-post to, like Dark Lord Potter, where they have their own insular little Habsburg community, yeah, then it might be the most prolific section of fanfiction on the internet, period. And God, does it suck. The Limits of Power. Reminder, this story was published in 2017, well after both the movies and books finished. Tom Riddle learns what power can bring you and what it can't. Well, factually, there is nothing power can't bring you.
Yeah, as long as you aren't an idiot, power can get you pretty much whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean,
Except possibly an ethical life.
Yeah, but that's you know, ethical, moral quandaries, spiritualism. That's, you know, I wouldn't really say that would be qualified under the bringing tag.
True.
Like if they say achieving or some sort of other thing, like, okay, yeah, power or acquiring. You know, it won't acquire you a spiritualist. I mean, it might actually. I mean, so actually, you know what? I take that back. A lot of people in power look to have some really fucking weird ass beliefs. So, you know, maybe power does bring you spiritualism.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just, name one thing in reality that power can't bring you. That isn't like some dumbass answer, like, oh, it can't bring me the sun. It's like, well, yeah, it could if you were a god. You know, any example of, oh, well, power can't bring me that can be countered with, well, then you just don't have enough power. Sanity? No, I mean, with enough power, you can probably find a therapist that won't bullshit you and will actually help fix your issues.
That's more an extension of having an obscene amount of money, which, to be fair, power generally brings.
Well, I mean, power is money. Money is power.
Power is not money. Money is power.
Oh, yeah. Money is power. Knowledge is power. There's a lot of forms of power. And if you're ever in a situation where the power you have can't bring you something, you simply just don't have enough power. Wouldn't the therapist kiss ass the more power you had? Quite entirely likely, which is why I said you would just have to, simply roll the dice to find one that wouldn't, and wouldn't fuck you over either. I mean, I'm not saying that it's, going to be easy. I'm saying it's possible, though. With enough money, you could pay someone to find a therapist that won't kiss ass.
Yeah.
No matter how desperately you may wish it. Okay, yes, okay. What's going on here? Alternative universe with multi-generational mashups. No, there will not be time travel or Horcruxes going on here. We're just going to take various characters from different eras and put them into different years. Okay.
So fate.
Harry Potter.
Oh, that's what I walked into.
Yes. The author's epitaph, cursory statement, whatever your choice of word description there, is that power can't bring you some things, which we've all agreed is just factually false. Featuring
Yeah, no, that's false.
Yeah. Featuring Tom Riddle and Hermione Granger, who's a total girl boss, and the Marauders and Ancient Magic all in the same year together. Okay, so this is just straight up a completely original story that's only borrowing the Harry Potter skin suit. The fact that it has 74 favorites is just mind-blowing. 24 chapters, though, I mean, it's kind of to be expected, I suppose. You just kind of accumulate people in the largest section. Yeah, I guess. You missed it earlier, Sign. We were laughing at this guy who decided to PM me, but you remember the high school DxD Mandalorian guy?
Yes.
Yeah, he got really butthurt that I said he brought shame upon his family for the next 30 generations.
Oh no.
And he called me a troll. And so in this giant paragraph talking about how I have no grammar or spelling and that his formatting is a stylistic choice, he only has one period of 100.
Oh, so he's retarded.
Yes. Also, he's saying that me calling his story bad doesn't matter because I made the review on chapter 1 and I didn't give him time to explain the story yet.
The fuck him.
Yeah, and honestly, I missed out. I should have added this in my original response. Asmongold said this, and I think this is, again, an amazing quote from Asmongold. I don't need to eat the entire plate of dog shit to know that it's dog shit. If I eat a little bit of dog shit and I go, this is dog shit, there is not a valid response to me. Like, you cannot respond to me in a valid way saying, oh, well, you didn't eat the entire plate. I don't need to eat the entire plate. I just ate dog shit. It's like, yeah.
It makes sense.
If the first bite I take is dog shit, then I don't need to eat the rest of the plate. Oh. He's gone.
Uh-oh.
Bye, Gray.
Rip Gray.
Rip Gray. Once again, I made the correct decision to not show up. The blessings of being sick. Possibly. Anyway, so Sign, I'm glad that you're here. You know why I'm glad you're here, Sign?
Torture.
Yes.
Fuck.
But as a secondary
Stay
motive,
with your parents.
yeah, as a secondary motive, I just wanted to really read the guy who got your thread locked because I found this hilarious. Have you read his post yet?
Oh, that motherfucker. Yeah, I read part of it, and then I was just like, no, that's too many words. Fuck off.
As much as I love this story, Naruto but there's slut ninjas, is not meant to be taken seriously.
Really? You think?
No shit! What gave it away?
Gee, maybe I was a little too subtle there.
Yeah, I think you were covering too much up about the story there, Sign.
I don't know, was he?
Maybe I should just go off on one of those long anime titles. Naruto, but it's slut ninjas and they have lots of sex. Don't worry about the plot. It's okay.
It's mostly just sex.
It's mostly just sex, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you should do for your next story. Instead of like being like this really like average title that is like kind of memorable, like normie isekai, you should just make one of those really long, obnoxious titles where you reiterate multiple times this story is just gonna have sex in it. I would love to see the reaction to that.
Fuck it, I'm doing it.
Or rather, it may be more accurate to say this story isn't intended to be a drama story. When did you ever say it would be a drama story?
I did not, nor did I ever give that impression.
This story exists only for sexual gratification.
Yes, exactly. The plot is, it's like 80% porn, 20% plot, and the plot is just there for lulz.
Did you guys know that Naruto, but it's slut ninjas, only exists for sexual gratification?
You know, I could have taken a
yes.
guess based off that title.
Off to hang myself.
To a lesser extent, this story is also a power fantasy. No,
No,
shit! And it's not a serious exploration of the political power struggle of Konoha.
Then why are you here looking at a story with that title?
Oh yes, I am going to go for some political intrigue and maybe some drama today. What are my selections? Naruto's budget slut ninjas. Ah yes, this will contain everything I would desire.
Look, I was expressly commissioned to write this like it was the early 2000s, right after Naruto had just come out, and bring in
That's
as
a
many
real
of the tropes
specific
as possible.
request.
It's an
Yeah.
insanely specific.
Yes.
Probably because they just didn't want to navigate the plot of Naruto and just wanted them to all have sex.
Well, not just that, but the dude in question, A, is a writer from that time period, B,
Ah.
so am I,
Yeah.
and C, wanted a huge fucking nostalgia trip.
I see. So
That's
what?
fair.
Kyuubi's a demon.
No, none of the shitty, stupid shit. we did correct for some of the stuff that came out later, but we did pull in a lot of the other tropes like Rule 63 Haku and Satsuki and so on and so forth.
Of course, yes. So the more classical stuff. Okay, I understand.
Yeah, exactly. The diamonds from the pile of shit.
So you are absolutely right. This is a classic example of Ninjo versus Giri, and in any good Japanese historical drama, they would be fucked as a lesson on why you don't pick Ninjo over Giri because that shit has consequences. But this is not a Japanese historical drama.
Really. I'm pretty sure that Red Light Cultivation is closer to a Japanese historical drama than the Slut Ninjas.
Those aren't really
I'm
the
not-
themes the author is trying to explore, and I'm not getting those vibes, so I don't really expect this to blow back on them. Or it might be lip service to Hyuga being angry, and they'll steamroll it on and ignore it and just go fuck every desirable woman in the village. Yes. Civilian Council and Clan Restoration Act. Yep. Okay. I mean, hey, man, go. Oh god, that is. And then the guy gets slapped for necrocy.
Yeah, this is like the 4th or 5th of my threads in the last 2 months that has been locked for the same thing. I would almost suspect somebody's doing it on purpose.
This is yeah, probably. I do appreciate that the QQ mods are like, all right, sign. You know how it goes. Contact us when you're gonna post again.
Yeah, it's like mega posters. You can just tell this motherfucker's so tired of this shit.
Here we go again.
Yes, same shit, different day. He knows the score.
Man. Feel bad for that dude.
If it makes you feel any better, we also just recently got ourselves a necro thread posted.
Oh,
For the
Gray
worm
was-
story?
Gray was
Yeah, for the Undying
about
Scarab
that.
story. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they were what was it? They replied to a post from page 22.
From post 26.
Oh, post 26, not page.
Yeah,
Post.
Post
Oh, my.
26. Yes.
Oh dear.
Woo.
Some retard. Let me go find it. Here we go. So yeah, post 26 was about how they don't like it that Taylor seems so casual about killing. So again, to reiterate here, this story starts off with Taylor being resurrected by a lich and being instructed with some very heavy overtones of, ooh woo, do what I say, I'm controlling your mind and soul and body, ooh. Of, go kill these cultists that just resurrected you. And so she does. Because, she's being heavily influenced by an evil lich that just brought her back as a zombie servant.
So poster's retarded.
Yeah, poster's retarded. And they're like, oh, Taylor's casual about killing, and she wouldn't be like this if this was a real Taylor. It's just like...
Oh, did we read the same story?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, she'll shoot a baby
absolutely-
in the head if she has to, but she'll do alternatives until then. No, she just kind of found out the baby might cause the apocalypse and was like, all right, bang. Like, she didn't look for alternatives.
No apocalypse today, thanks.
Yeah, she kind of just executed that baby. That was a post-birth abortion.
Hey, that could cause the apocalypse. Bang.
So anyway,
Which, as one should, fuck it.
yeah, fuck it, we ball. So anyway, this dipshit necro posts. Now I'm gonna feel really terrible. It's been like a year, it's been like 2 years since we posted an official chapter. It hurts. I'll be real with you, it hurts. I wish I could get fucking back to writing, but my work decides that it's just like no writing times, no brain matter available post work because work is going to consume it all because my team is a bunch of idiots.
Yep, as it goes.
But anyway, yeah. So this dipshit responds to post number 26. By the way, we're on page like 150 right now.
Oh, it gets better.
Yes, I agree. I don't know if I should read this novel for precisely this reason. Supposedly, I hear that she frees herself of the ex-anime king later. What? But what good is it if by the time she does so, she has brutally murdered babies, children, and innocents? Well, actually, that's chapter 7. Ironic. I don't enjoy reading about Mick pieces of shit because they always turn out evil and they never get what they deserve. I don't enjoy a story about a hero being mind controlled into doing bad things. Because the hero never gets punished for doing bad things while being mind controlled.
Boy,
the
this
hero-
person would hate the entire Star Trek series, Sneaky.
Yeah.
The hero generally is supposed to get a redemption arc because everyone knows, hey, they were fucking mind controlled.
And actually, that's what we're starting in the next arc of the giant chapter that we haven't posted yet, is the start of the redemption arc where she turns around and starts helping the living, and starts to fight against the Lich King. Good shit. Hunts down Kel'Thuzad. Whole bunch of fun stuff.
I mean, listen, even evil characters should always hunt down Kel'Thuzad because Kel'Thuzad is a fucking dick.
Yeah. Can someone tell me if Taylor will be an evil monster, or will she free herself from mind control before she does bad things? Yeah. Yeah. That was on Monday. I mean, it was a month. I mean, it was a month ago. I wouldn't really call 4 weeks necro posting, but it's still retarded, and they deserve to get slapped for it. Why would you click on a story where the premise is Taylor gets resurrected by a super evil lich, and then you're angry that Taylor doesn't instantly break free and just try and 1v the Scourge?
Yes, that's exactly why they're angry.
That's the dumbest shit ever. It's the fucking Scourge. Taylor doesn't even know magic in Chapter 1. I mean, yeah, and we literally were just... I was being so purposeful in my overemphasizement about how every single time Taylor thought about breaking free, she would always, in a very Taylor fashion, but would always come up with an excuse of why she can't do it just yet, but because the conditions aren't right yet, so she should keep being mind controlled because the timing isn't right. Which, I mean,
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's very Taylor, but it's also she's mind controlled, and the mind control is telling her to keep being mind controlled, and is reinforcing the idea that she should keep being mind controlled.
What a dangerous loop.
Almost like it's mind control knows, and you're not meant to break out of it.
Yeah, it's almost like it's mind control. The baby was justified. Yeah. Sounds like a Coil moment. You have to expand upon that. I don't know what a Coil moment means to you. Meantime, while he
the working with the Coil thing.
What about the Coil thing?
Agreeing to work with Coil and infiltrate his gang, and this is
This is gonna be okay. Yeah, if it's that, then yeah, it pretty much is. I mean, that's ultimately how she rationalizes it in the end when she does start getting free of the mind control, is that she does basically go like, okay, look, the Scourge is really fucking big, and so far, me being part of the Scourge has been a greater negative for the Scourge than me fighting against them, because in one chapter, she got all of their necropoli destroyed.
Oh no.
While supporting them. And the Lich King and all the rest of the Scourge forces are like, yeah, she did a good job. Because she got them destroyed fighting the dragon god of magic. And so everyone...
that's fair.
Yeah, everyone viewed that as a collective win of they hurt the dragon god of magic. Yeah, we lost all of our necropoli doing it, but it was the dragon god of magic, and so that's kind of low.
We expect losses.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Expected losses, yeah. And an aspect of the dragon god of life also got killed in that fight. So
I mean, we can rebuild the necropoli. They can't rebuild that dragon god of magic.
well, they can't rebuild the dragon god of life, which is the one that died. The dragon god of magic got away, but heavily injured. So there's that.
Wait, you killed Alex Straza?
Yeah, we killed Alex Straza.
Why did you kill the big titty redhead dragon waifu?
Don't worry, we brought her back to life as a slave to Taylor.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Not
That's kinky.
your kind.
Well, I mean, she does have
I'm not
chains
imagining-
everywhere, and you know, it is kind of his kind of kinky.
I'm already
feel like-
imagining it.
I feel like his kind is pretty fluid depending on the situation.
Yeah, it's fair. But yeah, no, we brought her back. It's all good. She's now the dragon god of the cycle of life or some shit. We haven't figured out the exact naming yet.
I'm sure you'll find something.
Oh, we'll figure something out. We always do. But yeah, no, total overall, it was a net positive. But they lost a shit ton of their forces. Kel'Thuzad's now currently declared a traitor. Honestly, overall, it was a great victory for Taylor. But yeah, she effectively was like, look, the longer I'm here in the Scourge, climbing the Scourge power ranks, that means the more shit I'll be in charge of to fuck over the Scourge with.
Seems reasonable.
I mean, especially when you don't even have to really have people look too deeply into your loyalties because you're a resurrected minion. So, I mean, generally you're loyal to the Scourge because of the mind control. So people don't really suspect you of being a traitor. Because, you know, the mind control. But anyway, sweet dreams. Are you guys ready for another female author story?
No, but
Oh, it's too bad.
hit it anyway.
After the final battle, Severus Snape is in a coma, and Hermione Granger visits him daily. When she touches him,
Author?
they see visions of a future together. Why does this happen every time she touches him? And so this is a story of Hermione going to visit a coma patient and literally indoctrinating him into loving her.
Oh, female author.
Female author.
Is the coma patient Harry for bonus points?
No, the coma patient's Severus Snape.
Fuck you!
Yes. I have 3 kids, all girls. I am female. Yep. Yep.
We never would have been able to tell, author.
Let's see what else I got here. These are all stories by the author. We got Fairy Tale Life. Snape is hurt in a potions accident, which causes Hermione to divulge the fact she thirsts for his cock. They start a relationship, but is it real?
What the fuck?
We got a Blue Phoenix pendant. The portrait of Severus Snape asks Hermione Granger if she would be willing to change the past. She agrees and is instantly teleported to 1977. Oh! Oh. Okay.
By a portrait.
By a portrait. Can she convince Snape not to take the mark and save his life in the future? Written for the 2023 Trope Treason Challenge on Potions and Parchment. Written for Sally Slytherin. Uh-huh. So Hermione goes back in time to gaslight Snape into loving her and then marrying her in the future.
Ooh.
So she's gaslighting Snape in the past, who's then going to raise her as a student when she's in Hogwarts, knowing that he's going to marry her one day.
Oh, yes. Roll, shit.
That's,
The police. There we go. The police.
Yeah,
Don't stand too close to me.
yeah. Pretending to pretend. Hermione Granger is sick of her parents bugging her to get into a relationship and give them grandchildren already. Well, you can fix that by giving them grandchildren,
That's all parents.
which you should.
Yeah.
That's based.
Marry and reproduce.
You wouldn't want to disappoint Shinzo Abe, would you?
The most based PM of Japan? No, don't disappoint that man.
When she expresses her annoyance to Snape, he comes up with a devious way to make them never pester her again by having a fake relationship with him, and as they continue, she realizes that she really loves him actually, after all. Okay,
Cringe.
so A, cringe. B, this is literally like 50% of the Hallmark movie plots. C, Snape is like 40 years older than you? Okay, so wait, no, okay, so hold on. What do you think about this? So Snape was older than Lily when they went to school, and then they had kids, and so he's about 20 years older than Hermione. And her ex-teacher is a little weird.
Okay, so in the magical world, you got to remember that they age slower, so the age gap is
Yeah,
let's call it a 10-year age gap instead of a 20-year.
I know, but it's still weird.
Yeah, it's still a little weird, but in part 2, they're running off an older style culture where a man being 10, even 20 years older than his wife is normal and actually a good thing because it means he's old enough and secure enough to take care of her. This is actually a whole thing. Everyone should be happy about it in that culture.
Oh, fuck.
What?
My tea's been steeping for the past hour.
So it's going to be very leafy tea.
Yeah. Black tea, too. That shit's gonna be... No, it's gonna kick like a fucking mule.
You're going to dilute it with alcohol anyway.
I would not put alcohol in my tea, usually.
Why would you put
You
alcohol in tea?
Look,
Because it's sneaky.
sometimes you just need a Scottish morning, okay?
It's like Irish coffee, except without the coffee.
Except it's just alcohol. Yeah, so this is an author. Gonna keep going. The best author. Sorry, the best offer by female author, number 97. A bunch of drabble and story prompts, won at auction, or I have manic deadlines. Some will be short, some will be long. They will all be about Draco times Astoria.
Which one's Astoria again?
Daphne's little sister.
Didn't he marry her canonically?
No, he married Penny Parkinson or whatever.
I know somebody in the canon cast married Astoria. I just can't
Think
remember
so.
who. I swear, I thought it was Draco.
The fucking villain heroes wiki. Hey, Kaz. Yep.
Turn that shit off!
Darn.
You cunt!
Oh, she does marry Draco.
What's this?
See, I called it.
Fuck.
What's this? Astoria, Greengrass, or whatever in Harry Potter canon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't crazy.
And
No, you
one
are
of the
crazy.
big plot points is that one of the big plot points is that her family has a blood curse or something that kills them young, and it showed up
Excuse you,
in
what?
Astoria. Yeah, her family's apparently got this blood curse that kills certain members young, and Astoria's got it while her sister Daphne doesn't. Apparently,
Where
it's
the
like
fuck did
next
this
to their
show
family.
up?
I
Nope,
think
nope,
Cursed
that's all
Child.
canon. It's all here. Yeah, Cursed Child.
Oh, that's Cursed Child is not canon.
No,
Yes,
J.K.
it
Rowling
is.
made it canon.
Yeah.
I don't
It's not
care what
canon.
I said. It's not canon.
Have you ever heard of the fact that nothing an author makes is canon after I say it's not canon?
That's fair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Everyone
If
knows
it-
there's never anything after Terminator 2.
Oh, well, here's a peak male story, I guess.
Oh no.
Peak
Let me guess,
male author.
harems and explosions?
Harry Pendragon. Harry Potter falls to the Veil of Death in a desperate attempt to catch Cyrus. However, he's given a second chance upon death and learns truth about his life. However, rather than returning to his time, he becomes King Arthur Pendragon. Harry times Amelia Bones times Andromeda Tonks times Lily Evans.
Okay. I mean, it's better than the last one.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking his own blood-related mother, it kind of makes sense with Pendragon lore, but come on.
It kind of makes sense. Come on now.
Alright, really does make sense.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 100% accurate for Pendragon lore.
Wrong, they're not siblings.
Oh yeah, okay, fair. No, wait, hang on. Remember, Mordred still wanted Daddy's,
Throne, but I don't think in actual legend that you're confusing yourself with fate, sign.
Yeah.
Enough with your porn.
Yeah, enough with the porn sign.
Listen, you're telling me that fate wasn't historically accurate?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what we're
because
telling you.
Gawain doesn't have a belt that lets him survive decapitations. in
Also,
Fate.
Lancelot doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's a French fan fiction.
So Lancelot cucking Arthur doesn't exist.
Yes.
Yes. That was shown up later in the 1300s, I believe.
Yeah. That was all late French fan fiction.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Gawain is also, though, King Arthur's nephew through
Yeah.
Morgan, because his mother is Morgan through King Lot, I believe. So is Gareth, Gaheris, and Agravain.
Voices Carrie by female author. Hermione and Snape have their lives planned out together.
Is it mutual? Is it double murder suicide? Or double suicide
I
pact?
hope-
No.
Is this just one author's list of stories?
Nope,
Or is
no.
this
Sharkey
from-
Girl.
No.
No, first one was Big Joe 893, which could be a fat woman. It could be a fat woman named Joe. And then it's Sharky Girl is the next one.
Yeah.
God, there's so many female.
My Severus, yours Severus. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ow, Severus.
Silence!
The state had to appropriate the means of reproduction.
Yes. Oh, you know what? That's what you should do for next April Fool's sign.
What's
is
that?
change your profile picture to a picture of communist Tanya,
Oh,
no.
and then post a political sex story.
Oh no!
Do you want him to get banned from QQ?
Just April 1st. Then delete it or
You'd
something.
have to get in touch with some of the mods to make sure they don't go fucking crazy. then.
He can do that easily.
I've got one in the server. I could just ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my profile picture to communist Tanya. I'm gonna post a communism political sex story.
God.
Mary Sue in the gulag with Fuda Tanya.
I never speak again.
Please don't.
Anyway, so Parvati Patil and Lavender Brown are best friends that share everything. They also share feelings for their potion master. But when they finally manage to get close to him, they realize he's completely different from their rabid fangirl delusions. Also, for Severus, these encounters don't remain without consequences. Oh, so they punctured the condom. I see.
At least they're following the canon of Lavender Brown having shit taste, seeing as how she got with Ron Weasley.
That's fair. Also, no, fucking Hermione did.
No, first Lavender in year 5, and then Hermione spent a whole year being jealous. Either that or Half-Blood Prince.
Oh, I thought you meant in the epilogue. No, yeah. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, I think Pavati's the one who went with Ron to the fucking Yule Bowl and
Something like that.
Padma went with.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Something like that. Anyway, yeah, so that's a really interesting story there, female author. We're gonna share our professor's dick. Also, he got us both pregnant. That
In
is
celebration to the release of Fate Samurai Remnant, can we instead look for the trash in the Fate section instead of this?
Sure. You know what? Yeah, what came out?
Fate Samurai Remnant.
New action.
New hack and slash game with boss battles. It's actually pretty good.
I don't think it's hack and slash. I think it's more action RPG.
Nah, the little enemies is like hack and slash Dynasty Warriors, but the bosses are RPG like, so it's kind of a mixture.
Oh.
Huh?
Okay. That's
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of little like normal enemies that you fight that you just breeze through, and the only way to actually die to them is to not actually like care.
No, hang on.
But then the boss fights are really
we taking
dangerous.
them down like hundreds at a time, or are we just
dozens, because there's not usually hundreds on the screen at a time. But yes, you can like tens of them, dozens or so. You'll just destroy in a few hits. So it's similar to it's a weird mashup of action RPG and Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, that's the same.
That is weird. We could also.
It actually looks good though, although I haven't bought it. I haven't bought it because it's over $100.
What?
And then it's $106
What?
for some reason.
Jesus.
And then the special edition that will include all of the future DLC is $165. So I have
What?
not bought
Oh
it
my
yet.
god.
What the fuck?
Is this a mobile game?
No, this is on PS4, 5, Switch, Nintendo Switch, and I think PC.
Yeah, it's on Steam. That man, it sucks being Australian apparently.
Oh wait, was it not that much
that's
on?
Australian dollars. That's Australian dollars. Remember.
Yeah, it's only 60 and 100 for us.
Oh yeah, wow, yeah, it's only 16. Jesus Christ, dude, holy
Wait.
fuck!
I haven't actually checked on Steam. I checked on my Switch first, so.
I don't think it's gonna be all that much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it will be better. But I think it will be better. Not just all that, just not all that much.
I mean, the reviews are coming in; they're all positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is nice.
It does look fun.
Well, except for this one guy. A fake game with a male protagonist and a male saber. What are they thinking? Oh no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Doesn't really.
Also, there's
matter.
a Tamamo no Mei
Here
that people are
for-
calling Tamamo Zaza because she speaks and looks as if she's always high, even though she's a lolly.
Oh wait,
Okay.
is this Baltimore?
Yeah,
it's this
Tamamo
Baltimore.
Aria.
Yeah, that man. This reviewer clearly underestimates just how fucking dedicated this fandom can get to getting
Mhm.
horny out of something.
Oh,
But,
Choo Choo Train shows up.
Jawn is a lancer.
Yeah, that's the one that's
Gilgamesh
got
is the
everyone
ruler.
confused.
Behold, Tamamo Zaza.
Also, I love that Gilgamesh is in this game and he's just running a shop.
Yeah, he sells textiles, and apparently there's also a secret ending where you fight him.
Oh, of course.
Of course there is.
Who's fucking
But
mowing their
that's-
lawn?
No, that's the power of tools. Power tools. My brother's working on a fucking deck.
Yeah.
On a
yeah,
what?
Related to
deck.
games that
Oh.
just released in the last couple days, do you
Mm.
guys remember when Bandai announced they were doing a My Hero Academia Battle Royale?
Sort
And then
of. I believe I've seen
Oh
on
yeah,
Twitter
that's
people
out,
asking
isn't
about
it?
when
They gave me an ad about that.
What?
They just
Apparently it's been
released it
fun.
yesterday.
Apparently it's been fun. I've seen people asking to
Wait,
play the
My
game and join
Hero
the build.
Ultra Rumble?
Yeah.
It's a
That
free to
thing that everyone
play.
thought died.
Yeah.
It is, except that the reviews are
Mixed.
because people like the gameplay is good, but
The microtransactions.
microtransactions out the ass. You can't just grind currency to get a character. You can only get them from loot boxes.
Ooh.
Loot box
And
microtransactions.
You can play as locked characters, but you can only do 3 matches per day with a locked
With
character.
them. So
And
if you
it
use a
seems
locked
like-
character and find you like him, you'll spend money until you get them in the
Yeah.
boxes, huh?
Theoretically, and I'm just sitting here like, man, I'm never touching this.
I like how they put
No.
quirks in air quotes.
Yeah, it's a trigger warning, don't you know?
You
You're not allowed
know,
to be quirky.
there's a good reason for that. Because
Oh god.
they're really bad. Because
Yeah,
everyone also
Really?
has ranged, and the ranged attacks and animation and aiming look so like.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at this. This
It
is
looks so
jank
awkward.
as shit.
So basically,
Yeah.
you only really want to
Mount-
play melee
Mount
or use
Lady.
normal attacks.
Mount Lady is playable, and she has range. She just punches the air really hard. I'm like, that is supposed to be something unique to people with like super strength far beyond what she has. That is something that theoretically only 2 people in the world can use
All Might,
without it being
Deku.
a quirk itself. Also, there's one negative review saying give us Mirko or we riot, which, fair enough.
Yes, fair.
Doesn't
Mirko is
is
perfect
Mirko?
for a
I
battle
thought
royale.
Mirko also uses wind pressure like a blade around her leg because she's kicking so strong, similar to One Piece. in
She
one of
could
her
probably
special
get
attacks
away
in
with
Tsunomu.
it, 'cause- well, yeah, but I'd say she can get away with it because that
But
her
it-
quirk is
Yeah,
basically
but it wasn't a
super weak.
long range one. She used it to help, like, just break through it with her leg. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but again, like her quirk is super strong legs
Mm.
essentially, so I'd say she can get away with it.
Mm. Her quirk is mating for 6 hours straight.
I'm sorry, what?
You must have bought an interesting fan guidebook.
That's a sign
Her
guidebook.
quirk is rabbit. Her quirk is rabbit. She does everything a rabbit can. There are some rabbits
Is
that
it
can mate
literally
for 6 hours
just-
straight.
Is that actually just the name of her quirk?
That's her
Yeah,
description.
that's-
Everything
yeah.
a rabbit can.
Yeah.
Fuck it's Mirko.
Yeah.
Not recommended. I had more fun staring
Ah.
at Mount Lady's ass in the menu than playing the game.
$88 for the normal Fate Samurai Remnant for me on Steam. So they added like $20 to the Switch.
I
Yeah,
see
it
there's
sounds
a
about
Nintendo
average.
tax all of a sudden.
Yeah,
And
this
147 to 165 for the digital
Yeah,
deluxe.
you know what? No, that actually
Wow.
does make sense. That was a thing that the consoles specifically was starting to move towards slowly, starting last year, was $70 US for releases, so that actually does sound about right.
The syntax.
Basically. Honestly, at first I was kind of okay with the idea of it because the gaming industry is one of those things where like the price didn't actually go up with inflation. And then I thought about it for 5 more minutes, realized, but they give us less content, and the games don't have as much replayability, so maybe they don't deserve a higher price tag.
No, that's
Well,
the.
this one does have replayability. No, there's new quests and entirely new endings through New Game Plus for Samurai Remnant.
Well, I also expect that this is at least a 20 to 40 hour game like Link and Extella Link was. So, can kind of get
Oh, 2.2 hours. Game is auto-skipping cutscenes for a lot of people. We'll update as soon as this is fixed, but for now, missing key story beats in a fake game is kind of absurd. Seeing some other bugs from other people, like saving issues and not being able to open.
You know what? Super glad I didn't pre-order this.
Apparently,
game,
it's
so-
because of NVIDIA settings turning, and apparently it's because of NVIDIA's anti-aliasing.
How the fuck? How is NVIDIA causing this kind of issue?
A man who shot a
that's from a
YouTube
review.
prankster who followed him around in a shopping center has been found not guilty by a jury.
Yeah, woo, yeah,
Based.
woo, yeah.
Yeah.
Why was the prankster dumb enough to follow a man who likely was carrying it on his hip?
Because it's just a prank, bro.
Have you not seen Johnny
Also,
Somali in Japan? Apparently,
I
because his
am-
band speed up Japanese people because he's been in
I'm
prison.
90% certain I even remember this case in full. And the dude was following him around because he had a tuba and was doing the dun 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 at the guy. So basically making a public nuisance of himself and harassment.
I kept saying one of these days these fuckers were gonna try something with it's just a prank bro bullshit and get shot.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Shine, I'm sorry to tell you, this
Today.
happens every year.
my favorite,
someone gets the wrong
hands
person.
down, has to be the fake robbery prank gone wrong.
Oh.
This is how you get shot.
There's
I can
several
only
of these.
Is this about all those people? Isn't this about all those that TikTok thing of people going into other people's houses, just walking in and shit, and then taking some?
No, this was
Oh.
before TikTok. This was back in the day. This was like 2014, 2015. In fact, I'm pretty sure I sent you the video, Max, when this happened. Basically, these two idiots were doing fake ATM robbery pranks where one of them would pretend to get money from the ATM and the other one would pretend to come up behind him with like pretending to have a knife and would be like, "Give me the money."
Oh boy.
And then a citizen, let me guess, stepped in and
well, there's multiple events of these happenings, but the first one was they decided to do this in a open carry state.
Oh, you fucking idiot.
With stand your ground laws that included defense of others. So the guy they did it to just draws his gun and fires on the dude.
Natural selection strikes again.
And the guy he's trying to rob was just like, "Oh my god, why'd you shoot my friend, dude? It was just a prank, man." He's like, "I thought you were being robbed."
You know, there's a saying that I was raised on here in the South.
Fuck around, find out.
No.
Talk shit, get hit.
Fuck around, find out was the natural evolution of the saying.
Ah, fair enough.
Talk shit.
It's only
Talk
funny
shit, get
until
hit.
someone gets hurt.
Ah,
or
yes,
dead.
yep.
I mean,
See,
it's pretty
in the
funny when
South, we
someone
always
gets
have
hurt.
it
It's only
or
funny
dead.
when.
Well,
It's still
no,
funny
I
when
actually
someone gets hurt.
remember, like, I actually remember that saying being bandied about when I was a kid as well, and I also remember our millennial reaction to that is like in 2003-ish. I started seeing shirts of "It's only funny until someone gets hurt, then it's hilarious."
Yeah, I've seen that too. But yeah, no, that those kids had only been raised right. one of them wouldn't have been shot.
Yeah, I mean, then there's
Yeah.
another one where it's like, he's getting mugged, and so the dude runs up and like fucking just cold clocks the guy in the face. He's like
Jeez.
bleeding everywhere. His nose is broken. He's got a concussion from hitting the ground. There's another one where some dude just fucking started wailing on the guy, just absolutely beat the shit out of him. Meanwhile, his friends and the cameraman are like, "Oh my god, dude! No, dude, stop, dude, stop!"
Like,
It
fucking
was just
try
a
it.
prank, bro.
Yeah.
To be fair, it is funny even when people get hurt. It's only not. It stops being funny when someone dies or gets terribly injured.
Oh no, that's hilarious.
There's a reason why MXC, or as in Europe it's known as Takeshi's Castle, is so fucking funny.
Yeah, no,
Because
it's
seeing
just
people
like
fold themselves in
Takeshi's
half is
Castle
great.
Was
It-
great.
it's just a prank
Yeah.
shit would be like, where you dress up as your car seat and you go to make an order from like McDonald's,
Mm,
and then you
No,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
that's
That's
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny, and nobody's gonna get hurt.
Or
Yeah,
going
exactly.
in with a cardboard car and 4 of your mates walking into the drive-thru.
Right, yeah, shit like that, where
Warthog driving through the drive-thru.
just doing like really dumb shit that's just funny, and no one's getting hurt or harmed, or there's no basically it's a prank where there's no bad ending to it. You
Mm.
know, like at no point in time is anyone gonna pull out. Okay, 99% of the time, at no point in time is anyone gonna pull out a gun and start firing into the man dressed as a car seat.
I mean,
Correct yourself there.
if I've got holy water dipped silver bullets and I think there's a ghost or in McDonald's, I'm either going to give him his food or try and shoot him. So
But it's just like all of these prank videos, they're all malicious shit. It's like, oh, we stole this person's keys, and then we watch what happens when they try to find them. Oh, it's just a prank.
yeah.
we-
Or we
we-
destroyed this guy's property and then said it, haha, it's a prank, and walked off. It's like
Yeah,
what?
yeah. Or we went into this person's house because they left the door open, and this is their reaction. Haha, just a prank, bro.
The reaction being shooting you with a shotgun.
Yeah.
The reaction is lead. Yeah.
Someone didn't.
Second Amendment.
Hello, yes,
Someone
I would like to
didn't
use a
learn-
reaction. It's called shoot
Yes.
you.
Someone didn't learn their periodic tables and reactions.
What's the reaction of bullet to your stomach?
Oh yeah, no, the British black guy that's just stole that woman's dog.
Yeah.
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 That was some dumb shit. Like, oh, it's just a prank, bro. He literally stole the woman's dog and walked off with it.
No, he didn't walk. He just
When
ran.
he gets beat.
Mm.
He ran with that dog and walked into several people's homes and apartments.
He hijacked a train too.
Yep.
That's a prank, bro.
Didn't know. Oh,
Also, did you
nope,
guys
yep,
hear how
I
one of
remember that
Johnny
clip.
Somali fans, the guy that got arrested in Japan, who
Yep.
was a kick streamer,
Yep.
ended up deciding that because Johnny Somali got arrested, that they'll just randomly beat different Japanese people?
No, that makes that makes sense. No, that tracks.
Mm.
I mean, you have to, if you are a Johnny Somali fan, there is a certain demographic that you are that that it makes sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Why does he look like Michael Jackson, except he decided to go black instead of white?
Genetics.
Something about British people. I don't know. Fate. I will eventually become a hero of justice. A self-insert OC as Shiro.
218 chapters, 420k words, 1,000
1 year of
followers.
updates.
Damn.
Oh, good
This
news,
has to be
Sneaky.
pre-written. This either
Gift
has to be
subs are
pre-written
currently
or
on sale apparently.
What's on sale?
Gift subs instead of
Oh.
$5 are $3.74.
Yeah.
Well, you should give me a
Also,
bunch
subscribing
of gift
is-
subs, then.
Why the
normal
fuck would I
subscribing
bring
is
up
also
this discount?
25% off.
Yeah, Max, if you pay me enough gift subs, I'll eventually have enough money to pay you.
Yeah, sure, I'll make 30% of my investment back.
Yeah,
Except
exactly.
it won't be profit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it'd be
Can I
pure
write that off of
profit.
my tax? Can I write that off of my taxes?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, it's a
technically
gift.
lost. You know, I technically lost $2,000 on this investment. Technically.
I bought gifts for people, so that shouldn't count against me.
Oh, it's a September discount.
Yeah, yeah. Final days, gentlemen. Get your
Why
gift
did
subs
that-
while you
Why
can.
did that only just now kick in?
This
is the first I've seen any sort of
Starting September
discount.
30th.
Wow. Fuck you, Twitch.
Johnny
just
Smalley,
hate
the guy who
money.
got beat up for
know what?
shouting out Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Yes, that guy.
Yeah. and
Just
he's
for
also the
you.
dude that
Just for you.
apologized to people he thought were legitimately connected to the Yakuza, just in case.
Yeah, it gets even better because he was harassing girls. He was harassing alone Japanese women, like Japanese
Harassing
women,
women on the street.
like one or two no, like he would go up to them at like bus stops at like 10 o'clock at night and be like, "You know I could kill you right now. You feel safe. I could kill you and no one could stop me."
Mm.
Yeah. Dumb shit.
But he was so
Managed
bad.
to-
When he got beat the fuck up, everyone fucking was clapping and
Well,
celebrating.
of course, yeah.
No one
I
cared.
seem to recall people cheered when he got beat up and arrested.
Also, holy shit,
Mhm.
Grimhammer just updated.
Congratulations! Now
Grimhammer.
you can waste more time.
Exactly, yeah. They came out with a giant. Holy shit, that's a lot of things they just updated. Rose, have you seen this?
Oh, fucking. I'll take a look at it later. You're in the middle of a fucking stream,
yeah, I
you
know.
cunt.
I got distracted. Fuck you. So anyway, self-insert OP super great Shiro who's gonna become a hero someday. He's got a fuckload of words.
Mm. He's
and-
gonna fuck Sakura and Skahak and probably Rin.
yeah,
but chat's
somehow.
blocking it.
Yeah, no, pretty much. What would you do if you suddenly became Shiro before the Fourth Holy Grail lore with no access to a magic crest, magecraft, or servants? Well, apparently the answer the
I
author
believe
came up
Sakura
with.
Rin.
Yeah,
What?
apparently the answer the author came up with was Rin, Sakura, and Scathach.
I would
Yeah.
get the hell out of Fuyuki.
Yeah, I would leave.
I know what's happening. I'm getting the hell out. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'd bang Tiger.
I value life. I just got a second chance at life. I'm not wasting it here.
I would bang Tiger.
You know,
No.
there are actually worse choices.
Yeah, apparently there is worse choices than participating
I'll
in
just
the
tell
Mage
everyone.
War.
I'll just tell everyone that
Yeah.
Tiger Harugenji'd me.
I
So
would say,
you're-
let's be honest.
Yeah.
Sneaky, the only choice that's worse than participating in the Mage War is not participating in the Mage War. Because let's be honest, we know all the horrible ways that can go wrong, and it really needs someone with, a brain between their ears there to stop things from
okay,
going
look,
sideways.
Then
while
why
you-
is Shiro there?
No, yeah, while you aren't wrong, I will say that the likeliness that you will perish for it
Mm.
is pretty
Very high.
still.
Very high. No
Well,
question.
I mean, not really, because if something happens with the Grail War that has Fuyuki like causing trouble for the rest of the world, Archer's gonna lose his free will and just go full Counter Guardian and wipe Fuyuki out, including Anger Manu. So
Yeah, also
that's
that
why
is
he was
a
summoned.
fair point. Is the likely outcome of someone actually getting the corrupted Grail is just Fuyuki getting
Counter
nuked.
Guardian.
Yeah,
Counter Guardians. That's it. Without you even realizing, like there's actually not really that much chance for a world bad end in Fuyuki. Just a Fuyuki bad end or a personal you bad end.
Yeah. So honestly,
honestly,
you're getting out of the
if
way
you
would
manage to
probably
keep your
best.
servant alive until that point, it wouldn't even take Gilgamesh. It would your servant would just
No,
be
no.
like, oh, okay.
Not even Gilgamesh. Archer would lose his free will and go full counter guardian mode and just slaughter everything,
Yeah.
probably. Or
That's
a
what I'm
new
saying.
one
It
would
wouldn't
get
even
summoned.
need to wait for Archer, right? Assuming you
Yeah.
make it to the end of the Grail War and your servant is alive. Thank you, Saber, for getting me through here.
Yeah.
No, the point is to avoid the Grail.
Yeah, if you're not
War.
there, we're talking about that the
Ah,
Grail War
ah.
will
Yeah.
they're bad
Also-
ends. It will be bad for
also-
Fuyuki and the people there, but it won't affect you in the wider world,
Also,
really.
make sure to avoid the general Midwest of America in case you get caught up in the fake Grail War too.
Yeah, the fake Super
is
Grail War
it-
where someone's
is it
turning into an
Strange
Elder
Fake?
God.
I thought
Strange
Strange
Fake is
Fake was
America.
part of the Apocrypha world. That's why it was a fake
No.
Grail War.
No,
Because it was in the
No.
same world.
It's
Really?
technically it can technically happen in the main
Anyone.
timeline.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was part of the Apocrypha that it was created
Yeah,
a
some
fake one
fucking
because the Nazis
space
stole the real
alien.
one.
No.
No, it might be
Oh.
an alternate timeline theoretically, but
No, because the whole point of the fake Grail War was because it was
Yeah, 'cause I-
caused by them
yeah.
trying to recreate the Grail.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
the fake Grail
that's
War
why-
was caused by
That's
America.
why I thought, I'm going to be honest, that's why I thought it was in the APOC one, because literally in the first chapter of the manga, we get told there's been dozens of fake Grail Wars that haven't worked. So,
Nope. Apocrypha is actually just
different world,
a
I know.
normal
Where,
I
section
think
of the Grail War,
was,
but they amped it.
Well, no,
well,
what
not
they
really,
did was
because after
they
Apocrypha, with the newest
stole
Anheya
Grail.
one, it's now Masters with 2 servants each instead of 1.
No,
What the
they
fuck?
stole the Grail back during.
Yeah,
the
there's a
second
sequel to Apocrypha
which is
in the same
how
world.
That's so dumb.
happened. Of course,
Yeah,
Apocrypha.
Ragnar Lothbrok and Aslog get summoned as the main character's servants. And you see Percival as well as Aslog's uncle, some weird fucking name starting with S. A Norse name. Can't remember it right now, but it ends in Jaw or something.
Oh, that
Because of the
really narrows
Apocrypha
it down.
system.
Not just another.
Because
weird-
of the Apocrypha system made it so that 14 servants will always get summoned once it happened. So now, rather than having 2 teams of 7, it is each master gets 2 servants. The Grail taking up the load for him.
Which fate was this?
Apocrypha, it's a sequel. It's called Anheya or something. Anheya Knights or something.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm just imagining someone, right? They get their 2 servant rolls, and both times they pull 1 stars.
They pull like fucking Shakespeare and
Matahari. Matahari, the spy. Yeah, Fate lost Anheya.
Yeah.
Okay, now since you seem to know about this, here's my other question. Right, so is it that you make your pull and you'll get 2 of the same, or is it just there are 14
different.
available?
Just 14 available. It's just the person that summoned had enough of a apparently affinity with Ragnar and his wife that they both got summoned.
I see.
Oh my god, okay, we're getting to Dragon Ball Z levels of enough of your bullshit with the amount of Grail Wars we can have.
Yeah.
Because now there's subcategory Grail Wars and doubles subcategory, and then there's the greater
Ragnar
Grail
and his
War,
wife Aslog.
fake Grail War.
Are
the
you
true
are you
Grail
guys
War,
ready for the new hit Grail War Battle Royale edition?
that exists called Fate Go Arcade. Technically, it's
Hey,
a
by the way,
Fate
Max,
game
I
called
found the
Battle Royale.
perfect gift for you.
It's getting out of hand now.
Yeah.
What I really need is a gif of any mecha just unleashing shit tons of missiles. And
I mean, that's true.
Sin Fyochil or something, whatever. Aslog's uncle that apparently takes on the form of a werewolf guy.
Okay, that's where. All right,
Okay.
you know what? Since I've already posted Star Wars, I'm gonna divert it. Star Wars.
What?
Who ends up on the throne of heroes?
Vader, 100%, both as Anakin and Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon would probably make it on
Yeah, Qui-Gon.
I would say Qui-Gon ends up as Caster.
I would say Qui-Gon is absolutely a saber.
Yeah, Count Dooku. Count Dooku is Saber.
Yeah, Dooku is Saber.
Okay,
well,
Qui-Gon I would actually call...
No, hold on, I'm sorry. If you're really gonna sit here and fucking tell me that only 1 person per slot...
No, yeah, sorry.
No, you can't
But I feel like Qui-Gon would be more assassin because he acted so unlike another Jedi.
Okay,
no,
you know
no, he's not an assassin.
No, he brings up a good point.
Because he acted so unlike another Jedi that he fit in and hid himself.
Because
If he wasn't a Jedi in the robes, you wouldn't notice.
the class
That-
roles aren't about what their
Mm.
actual role is. It's about the perception of them.
Yeah, he was so unlike another Jedi that he probably could hide himself in actual, like, either that or he'd be a berserker who'd be like a weird Jedi berserker
I
thing
would have
because
said
he's so unlike
berserker
it.
way before assassin, you actual crazy person.
Listen, we literally have assassins that the only reason they're assassin is because they were a spy. There's like being completely different, acting different
That
isn't
fits
that out of it.
in though.
Then
Yeah,
why is
That still fits.
Henry?
Here's what I would say.
Henry Jekyll?
Also,
Henry and
in
Jekyll?
terms of Saber, you're like for sure Jaina Solo.
Jason Solo would 100% be a caster. That bro
Man,
spec
I
into
don't know
the
what
Force.
you put Jason Solo in.
He
Honestly,
spec into the Force
Han
so
would be a
hard,
rider
he
because
would
of the
be caster
Millennium
before
Falcon.
anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah, Han
well-
would definitely be a writer.
Oh yeah. You know what? Actually, ruler. Jason should be ruler.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what's ironic? Emperor Palpatine actually wouldn't have a place in the Throne of Heroes.
Oh god.
Because no one knew that he was a Sith Lord, even as the Emperor.
Not only that, no one knows anything about Palpatine, and that was on purpose.
He
Yeah.
would.
You know
The
what?
only thing he could be
Maybe
is a
it's-
1-star assassin because he wasn't famous enough to
Yeah.
get more power.
Yeah.
And
That he'd be an
would-
assassin.
He could be a counter guardian.
No,
Mm,
No.
no,
Yep.
mm-mm.
that's not a
No.
class you can get summoned as. First off,
Pretender. That is a class now.
Pretender. Yeah, that's
Oh.
true.
No,
That is a
but
class
like
now.
Archer, even though nobody from this time knew of him, he was
Yeah.
offered to be as a counter guardian and summoned in the Grail War as an archer. He
Why
had
Yeah,
to
but
say
he
it
also
so
had.
bad.
out of his way
No,
to
but the
make
thing
the
What?
contract first off.
No, the thing is, Archer's stats are baseline Archer stats. He's not as strong or weak or anything. He doesn't have a boost because of fame or anything. All of his stats are what every
Yeah.
Archer summon gets at based.
No, and Palpatine wouldn't be a counter guardian because Leia would have to offer him a contract for that.
Or
Sure, he'd have to
I would
accept
also
and
have to
accept being
accept.
under someone.
Yeah, then he would have to
Yeah.
accept being under someone's
Yeah.
control for the rest of existence.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Which he would never do. Okay, so Sneaky.
You know
hear
what's
me
funny?
out.
yeah.
Django Fett as Berserker.
Ooh.
No.
No, man has
Because
No, I
of the
can see
time
it.
he beat Jedi
His
to death.
anger.
Yeah.
His anger at Jedi so much. Yeah, I could actually see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
From my
I can
Berserker.
also see
Also wouldn't be the
Clone Wars
first time.
Obi-Wan Kenobi as
Hang on,
ruler because other than
Max was
ending the
saying
war.
something. Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
It
Sorry.
doesn't matter. I was agreeing. He actually is
Okay.
good as a berserker.
Okay.
It's not the
I
first.
am.
Yeah.
We've had a few
Anakin as a
instances of him
berserker?
spreading out.
I think that's Darth
Um,
Vader. Anakin would
yeah.
probably be Saber.
Django has absolutely read it.
Kid
out
Anakin would be Ryder with his pod or
Uh,
a starship
An-
or a starship.
Anakin,
No,
Because Anakin helped save Naboo. He was famous enough as a kid.
Anakin's space combat was very much not really known by people.
But he was famous
No,
enough
he
as a
was
kid for taking
definitely
down
known by the-
Destroyer.
If
He
by
was
nothing
famous enough
else,
as a
the
kid.
clone pilots, like
Mm.
the clones, certainly
Okay.
knew him to be a fantastic pilot.
But do
The Battle
clones
of
count?
Naboo. The Battle of Naboo. All of Naboo
Clones are
knows he destroyed that
clones are
big ship.
people. Like
And so did that spread to the Republic, didn't it?
also that's
They-
true.
So he, as a
Yeah.
kid, could be summoned as a rider.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, not just as a kid, but adult Anakin, before he became Vader, was actually really famous among the troops for being hyper competent
Yes.
as
Yeah.
a warrior.
And-
Yeah.
He
And
would
even
go as
Darth
Saber.
Vader, if he wasn't summoned as Berserker or Saber, probably has his own TIE fighter that he could be summoned as rider as well.
Yeah, he could be
Yeah.
summoned as Vader.
Yeah.
This is the man who stands outside his TIE fighter and rides it.
Hmm.
That's very true.
Yeah.
And intentionally
yeah.
flaps his cape with the Force in space to make it look
You
cool.
know, okay, look, he's a chuny, okay? Look, he was a chuny as a child, he was a chuny as an adult, he's a chuny as a Sith. It's just
Yes.
how it
Yes.
is.
Also, Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars only really wanted to stop. Otherwise, he doesn't have a wish, so he would actually make a good ruler.
Probably.
I mean,
Before the-
Yeah.
Before the war-
old Obi-Wan, I think, would be fine as a ruler. I don't know about.
I don't know. He
younger
had so many
Obi-Wan.
regrets. I think he would take the wish to change some things.
No,
Not
I
really.
no,
He
I
was at
don't
peace.
no, I don't think
He was
honestly.
pretty at peace.
Yeah, as far as the Jedi go, I don't think too many of the Jedi would be
Hell,
like
yeah.
hard set on getting the wish, especially people like Obi-Wan and Yoda, who are wise enough, and Qui-Gon, who are all wise enough and and also a little bit of a counter thinkers to the group that they would be like, yeah, well, there's no use changing things, so like the wish is pointless.
So Ruler would be on a lot of them. Like that's what I would expect Yoda before he goes crazy on Dagobah.
You know, I think Mace Windu would probably be a berserker with madness enhancement, like.
No.
A very important part of his fighting style was, in fact, not being mad.
To the dark side.
Yeah.
Because
That's the whole point of E. E basically means nothing in the stat block. That's the whole
I was gonna say
he literally created a style that was supposed to gather up his anger and just direct it outwards without consuming himself.
It's not. It's supposed to gather his enemy's anger and use it against them.
Then that fucking book I read was wrong.
No.
No, he almost fell. He almost fell, but he came back and created Vipad with that experience from the dark side.
Yeah.
The whole point of his style was going as
close to the dark side,
tiptoeing on, like dancing on the pin, the angel dancing on the head of the pin, close to the dark side.
Yeah.
That's why I think
because Yoda was known as the Grand Commander of the Republic. Would his noble phantasm be summoning the entire clone army?
No. His noble phantasm would be turning into a fucking pinball.
Pinball wizard, it's got to be a twist.
No, it'd be stick. It'd be. Have you seen his stick? Fucking bad lip syncing.
I'm just imagining. No, Berserker Yoda, madness enhancement from time on Dagobah. The ultimate is just beating your ass with a stick.
Berserker Yoda, madness enhancement.
He's just hitting you with the stick. He has the lightsaber. He's just.
No.
And then clings to your back.
But you notice no differences whatsoever.
Yeah.
Until he drops his stick.
I think that'd be fun where it's like, oh, it's a berserker. Where's his madness enhancement?
It's all in the stick.
Madness enhancement EX on the stick.
Joke's on you, it was a double summon.
Yeah.
Master picks up
that wasn't
the
something.
Master picks up the stick.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
Story mate.
I mean, well, let's actually see how good this Hero of Justice story even is going to be. Like, where are they even going to try and go with this? Okay, so the spag's not terrible, honestly. And then Shiro looked at himself and realized he was Shiro.
This is readable.
Yes.
And he's looking around.
Fujimaru. Oh, he's Fujimaru, sure. They gave him the FTO last name. Which kind of makes sense, seeing as the female one looks like gender bent Shiro, but...
Let's see here. Going through here, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he just happens to see a calendar. September 7th, 1993! That's before the Fourth Holy Grail War! Apparently people just know what time and date the fucking Holy Grail War was. Was that part of, like, the light novel or something?
2004.
So...
I don't know what month, but I know it was in 2004 in the original visual novel.
They have dates being posted in the visual novel or some shit?
That might have been in the data books.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah.
And also Fate Zero, I think it explicitly states what year it's in Fate Zero or sometime, and everyone knows that fifth happened 10 years before that, but...
Yeah, so the Fourth Grail War was 94.
Okay.
We know that for a fact.
Also,
Wait,
for a fact, people don't seem to realize that Shiro was actually 17, not 15. I don't know why.
That's weird.
Yeah, he was 7 when the fucking end of the Fourth War happened.
Simp has been added to the... It was already there, you... Sorry, I'm just going to continue my hatred of people who don't read.
Yeah. In addition, in effect, the Fourth Holy Grail War had not yet occurred. There were several other indicators something was amiss, most noticeably. This body, or the little boy who would later be renamed Shiro Emiya, was currently called Fujimaru Shiro. Okay, well, you were actually be called Emiya Shiro.
Eventually.
Shiro wouldn't be your last name, retard.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's reversing it because American.
He's American.
Right, but then why would he not reverse it? Because the next sentence is, my name currently is Fujimaru Shiro.
Because he's retarded.
Yes, that's
Because
my,
he's
This is
retarded.
also his only.
that's my point.
This is his only fanfic, actually. So
Yeah,
he's working on
makes sense.
only this for a year.
Alright, so okay, so I am noticing some rising spag issues, but you know, that's to be expected. Shiro thought frantically, I gotta convince my parents to move. He managed to make his parents, he tried to persuade his parents to move out. Shiro, you're not allowed to be stubborn anymore. Why would we move? You're not allowed to say such stubborn words anymore. What the fuck?
I forbid you
actually-
from saying these words.
This is
That kind of makes
this is
sense because
awkward.
this Shiro's acting not like a Japanese boy, but as a nail sticking out. Gotta be handed
Yeah,
down.
I don't know. I also feel like the parents would cotton on to the kid acting suddenly different one day, just out of the blue, and then
once
suddenly
more
not
a
wanting to
case-
be here.
Oh, our son is suddenly
This is
very
another case of
articulate.
the mother. What year is it?
Good evening, mother. How do you on this place we are at, and what year we are? Yeah. Shiro couldn't tell his parents that he was a transmigrator. Well, of course you couldn't. That'd be stupid. Only Koreans would believe you if you told them that. You have to tell them you're an isekai protagonist.
What the fuck? Apparently Sakura just got dumped in a garbage dump.
Yeah,
And
I just
Shiro's
saw that.
present
What?
Shiro's parents found her and adopted her.
Huh?
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah,
what?
rather than give it
Yeah.
rather than give him to the
don't
Mato, apparently Tokiomi just dumped her in the garbage.
Well, that or Zoken dumped her in the garbage after adopting.
Which wouldn't make sense because Zoken
You know, this
needs
is-
her
this
for her
is-
magical
well,
potential.
Yeah.
Well, counterpoint. This is Zoken. I could absolutely see him doing this just because he could.
Yeah, but he does need her
Not
for her
the first
magical
few days.
potential.
Not for the first few days. He would first put the worms in her though.
Yeah, he would probably rape the shit out of her first.
If we go under the assumption that the worms didn't take, he would absolutely do something like this.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, okay, yeah. If she didn't have Magic Crest, or the Magic Crest was too weak and the worms weren't able to really do much, and he probably would just be like, Lamau, hey child, go stand outside, and I'll stop raping you, and she does. He doesn't.
Oh, so
'cause it's
apparently
Soken.
this might be a case of Sakura found that her family was going to give her away, and rather than wait for it, ran away.
No,
no,
And they
yeah.
were giving her away. They would not throw her away.
No, they didn't throw her away.
Yeah,
Sakura found out they were planning to give it to the Mato, and rather than accept that, she ran away from home.
Well, I mean, okay, so we don't really have a pre-raped Sakura frame of reference for her behavior.
Well, apparently she used to smile. That's all we got.
We do from Fate Zero and bits and pieces that were added
Yeah.
in Fate Unlimited Blade Works animation.
Okay, was she usually stubborn and?
No, she seemed to
Not
smile
stubborn.
a lot and
She
grin.
she smiled a lot, but she was also quiet and reserved.
Mm.
Okay.
So she
Which is
smiled more basically
Wallflower.
when she was younger.
So what you're saying is that
She
if this
ran away.
Sakura found out that her parents were going to give her to the Mato, who were their next door neighbors,
Would
she
run away or
wouldn't
be a
run
wallflower and
away.
accept it?
Yeah, she would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would be a
She-
wallflower and
she-
accept it,
That-
just like she did in canon.
yes.
Yeah.
That's why canon happened the way it did.
Yeah.
Because of how
Apparently,
shitty-
by chapter 3, Gilgamesh finds that Shiro has an interesting soul and is watching him.
Oh, of course.
That I
Even
can actually kind of understand.
yeah,
I can kind of understand
wait,
how he's
when the
gonna
fuck was
work.
Gilgamesh summoned? Like, was he summoned a full year before the war?
No, he was summoned the same time as Ryder was. Like, they showed off a
Gil
whole bunch of
was-
summoning at the same time.
Okay, no.
the
Gil was
earliest
summoned
ones-
during the first during the Holy Grail War before that with Kirisugu, and he stuck around because
Yeah,
somebody
hey,
contacted
hey,
him before.
retard, hey, retard. We're
Hey, son,
talking
this is
about
the
that
fourth.
war.
We're talking about the 4th, you idiot.
Lol.
the-
Lamau.
the story starts in 1993.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out when the hell he was summoned because the Grail War usually is supposed to be in 1994, which
Yeah.
Gilgamesh, even with Independent Action EX, would probably actually. No,
Oh,
he
could
could
just say,
actually
"Fuck it."
keep himself around, but the thing
Yeah.
is, I don't think Tokiyomi would know that, so he wouldn't summon him a whole fucking year early.
Yeah.
No, no, he was summoned earlier. I just don't remember how.
I feel like it was
early.
only like a week or so. It couldn't have been that long.
Yeah, it could not have been that
Because-
long, though.
Because
No, I think it
Tokiyomi
might
probably
been
would have
closer to a
realized.
month.
No, that was Hercules.
Yeah, no, Hercules was the one that was summoned long before the war.
And that Ilya kept him without the Grail in pain the whole time because he protected her.
Yo, what the fuck?
And because
Yeah.
Ilias just that strong.
Yeah.
And Ilya missed her dad, which Hercules decided to step in as. Even mad.
So, would you say he's mad dad?
Yeah.
I would say you need to shut the fuck up.
Listen, if through the power of rage he protects his daughter by breaking chains meant to hold divinity, he can be called the Mad Dad.
Anyway.
Based.
Yeah, okay, so this Shiro is acting incredibly out of character. Yeah, they just find her in the fucking trash.
Where she belongs. Where she belongs.
You fuck off.
Make me.
Wait,
Yeah,
I didn't know we were
no.
starting Chobits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
finding the
Fucking make-
finding the pink-haired waifu in the trash. Goddamn. Well, that's
Nah,
some
she's-
throwback. Hey,
she's-
Sign, do you feel aged yet? Chobits.
Ages.
Chobits, damn.
The more I look through the chapters on this story,
Chapter 4 has Ryunosuke apparently breaking into their house and
this
The
writing
serial
is
killer.
awkward. This writing is
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
expect a robot
Yeah.
thinks
Yeah.
people can
I
describe
mean,
them.
hey, hold up. Maybe that's because a robot is writing it. I mean, he did write 420k words in 1 year.
Yeah. Apparently kidnapped by Ryunosuke in the 4th war. And he summons a servant, which wasn't Ryunosuke the last one to summon the servant because of the murders. So
Maybe.
and he apparently summons the archer onto himself.
Oh my god.
I think. Yeah, apparently he absorbed Archer's fucking power
Oh, of course he did.
and gets unlimited blade works.
Oh, why not? Yeah, it's not like his soul that produces such a worldview isn't completely
Is-
different now or anything.
Yeah,
I-
apparently with the bad summoning, Archer's what's it called, Spirit Core, Sankraf got damaged. So rather than be summoned, he got fused with Shiro.
Okay, but again, though, that would that would rapidly
Mm.
change his mental
Yes.
state.
After all, the
Um,
only reason that worked in Apocrypha is because it was a blank Oculus, and the only reason that worked in Heaven's Field is because it was fucking Shiro.
Yeah, and and then when they fucking did it in Fate Kaleida Prisma Ilia thing, they
They had kaleidoscope shenanigans to act as a shield.
well, not only that, they had some mental changes going on too.
Oh yeah.
So, it's just like, oh yeah, I just summoned, I got unlimited blade works. Despite I mean, you honestly could categorize Shiro Emiya and Fujimaru Shiro,
Two different beings.
as two completely different people. Yeah, they're basically different souls.
Most people don't realize Shiro Emiya actually does remember his life before the Grail, but the fire was so traumatic. Whenever he tries to remember it, he gets nauseous and has a panic attack.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, quite literally, the opening for Shiro is I gotta throw away my memories. I have to throw away my name. I have to throw away everything, just so I can make one more step.
Well, yeah, but apparently he never threw away his memories. He could remember it, but it was so traumatic, the fire, that he can't remember before that.
But no, that's what Sneaky's saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't think about it. Don't try to remember it. If you do, just put it in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
but they are still there, which most people don't.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter if they're still there or not. Overall, the soul is shaped by the memories of the person, and it's why Shiro in certain branches of the Fifth Holy Grail War was more or less compatible with the Archer Shiro. And how Shiro can literally not get unlimited blade works. That is an option.
Yeah.
So it is quite possible for a slight mental change to result in him not getting a reality marble.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, isn't that the reason why Heaven's Field the arm rejects him? Because he's decided to fight for Sakura and his mind's so different that it can't assimilate?
It does damage to him every single time.
Yeah.
Causes blades to grow inside him.
Because rather than deciding to save everyone, he decided to only focus on one.
Well, there's that.
Which is different to Archer Shiro, who in UB even admitted that he still wants to save everyone.
Yeah, and then the arm was encroaching upon Shiro, taking him over.
I think the problem wasn't that they were incompatible. It was literally that Archer's arm was just that much stronger than normal ass Shiro.
Probably that, yeah.
Well, in Heaven's Field, if I'm remembering correctly, it was causing blades to grow inside him.
Yeah,
which because reality marbles are dangerous as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I think that also happened in... Didn't that also happen in UBW when he faced Archer? He had the blades sew up his wounds by growing...
Yes.
I don't actually...
The only time that doesn't happen is at the Fate route, because he actually doesn't...
have unlimited blade works, yeah.
He never accesses UBW.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't remember, like... I think that can happen to him no matter what, because reality marbles are inherently dangerous.
That's an internal materialization.
But point is though, is like the Fate route literally proves that even a minor adjustment in experience and worldview can result in him not getting unlimited blade works. And instead, you're really gonna sit here and tell me that this dude who is literally a soul from outside of their reality is going to somehow be able to inherit fucking unlimited blade works?
Well, so far it's only talked about his swords, all the swords he's seen over his thousands of fucking massacres and years.
Yeah. The other thing though is that Fate is just him not getting it at a young age. Theoretically, he can get it a decade or so
theoretically he can get it at another point in time. I'm not saying it cuts him off.
No, never mind. All these swords are stranded in a dark and seemingly hopeless world like a sword graveyard. Never mind, he's getting UBW.
Yeah. Also, funniest thing about this to me, one, this Archer Emiya just straight up abandons 2 children in a bad situation. Like, I don't care how cold Archer Emiya is.
No, he couldn't actually do a thing because he was so damaged. So instead, the summoning fused him with Shiro because apparently they're compatible. Because Shiro's got the command seals.
No, here's the thing though, he wasn't damaged. Reading through this, Archer Emiya wasn't damaged. He just said, "Fuck this," and destroyed his own Saint Graph. He committed suicide.
You know what? He probably would do that though.
Helping the child. Oh no, he absolutely would. But he would take a moment and be like, "Okay, these 2 children don't seem to be in a good position. Let me just at least help the other," because there's a girl that was also kidnapped. I guess that was probably Sakura. Even Archer Emiya is not that cold. Alter might be that cold, but I can't
Detroit
see
Emiya.
I can't see him abandoning 2 children especially when it's like, oh
So
that
part of
dude's a
him went
serial
back,
killer.
but part got kept because Shiro awakened his origin with the summoning because of they were so similar to Waken memory. They shared memories like in UBW, which is bullshit because he's not Shiro anymore.
That makes
Yeah.
zero sense.
Yeah.
But he's inhabiting Shiro's body, so he's obviously Shiro now.
Yeah, that means his soul is definitely Shiro now, and
Also,
mentality and everything.
This doesn't make sense unless Gilgamesh is a different
Also,
class.
they
or
literally
so
say multiple times throughout Fate mediums that unlimited reality marbles are directly correlated with an inhuman mindset.
Yeah, there's something unique about the person if they've got one. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not
They're
really mindset
fundamentally
anymore. It's how you
broken
view the
from other
world.
people.
So technically, you could be a sociopath and have both a reality marble,
But
but still be able to use a mask to.
That's a
literally
mindset.
what's being described.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Um.
Then how did they change it again? Because it used to be like a demon's view of the world, but then they changed it to just a bounded field that anyone can use, didn't they? But it's like
What?
forbidden because it's against. Yeah, they changed the law. It was stupid.
When?
Well, no, there's probably
Oh
something
no, wait,
from
that was
some
FGO,
even
and everyone said canon, but yeah,
Oh,
it was.
well, keep in mind if it's a different timeline with different rules, that can't
Yeah.
be necessarily applied everywhere. So
The FGO timeline gets invaded by all the other timelines because they find out that the FGO timeline is the one where mages can just create reality marbles.
Then they die because the world gets purged in both fires and then turned into a pale fucking world.
Yeah.
They'll just die.
And
also,
that stopped mages before.
Just cheat dimension.
Well, actually, yes. If a mage goes around making reality marbles, they are going to have a KOS order put on them by the association and the church.
Well, I mean, not if the association's too busy making their own reality marbles.
No, see, the association's not going to help with that because they don't want to have to deal with fighting the church on top of that.
That's fair. Maybe.
Let me put it this way. The potential reality marbles is far too dangerous that even the association is like, we don't want to fuck with this because we don't want to anger the world itself. Never mind having to fight the church as well.
Oh yeah, One with Nature. I remember that story. This is still a garbage story. An isekai as an elemental rising to be the apex entity of Earth. Yep.
And this is in the Fate section?
Yeah, this is the Fate section.
Elemental is consort Yume Ren Hinakuda from
Get stomped by a lion Gaia, bitch.
No, he's gonna become the beast of Gaia. That's his goal.
No, this is how he became type Earth. Wait, I remember us seeing this. We did this on stream.
Yeah, no, we covered this. Yeah.
We covered this on stream.
They're not the apex then. You're gonna be.
No, I think you had this exact same complaint. I think you had this exact same complaint when we found this on stream.
Yeah, he did.
I'm glad I'm repressing this. I'm really glad I'm repressing.
Oh, hey, sign. The game of Fate we play.
Oh.
What?
The game of Fate we play.
Oh.
Year 2044. Ley lines around the world have begun to run dry as magi attempt to desperately preserve their way of life. An invitation is received. I am Satanel, the first of the fallen, and he who shatters the shackles of law and order which weigh down humanity. A final chance to restore the ley lines. A final chance to see a wish.
Is this a Fate extra?
The sequel to Fate Scattered Fragments, which I mean maybe, yeah.
In modern America, Fate Scattered Fragments was in modern America 16 years after the Fifth War.
An adventure of an outsider who manages to stumble his way into the Holy Grail War set in America. Established Fate characters are not present. Maybe rough and memey. This is my first attempt at writing. 120 chapters, 300,000 words, 55 favorites.
Why did he post the sequel
Yeah,
before the first
also-
one finished?
It's finished.
Establish-
Well,
No. Updated July 24th, 2022, but the sequel was published July 1st, 2022. Why
okay,
did he
so
post the sequel?
so maybe there was one more chapter he hadn't posted.
Possibly.
Also,
Or
I
even
swear,
just-
I'm gonna go in here and he's gonna be like, guys, I've made my final. Okay, no. Yeah, no, there was one last chapter. I've put up the sequel, yeah.
If you're gonna sit here and do this, then admit that you're not gonna have established fake characters. This needs to be original fiction, and you need to revamp some of the names at least. if not
I don't know why,
the
but he gives it
mechanics.
on as the Grail and Bungee Gum as the properties of.
I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
I gotta check chapter 48 just because of this fucking review. Gotta check chapter 48.
It took him 17 months to write the entire story, and he only got 55 favorites.
Chapter 48, which is chapter 35.
These reviewers are something else. This is something. I mean, this dude is shitting out words, and it's
God, this is shit.
it's a story. Wow, that's a lot of dialogue. That's a lot of dialogue. Oh wow, that's a lot of dialogue.
Indeed.
Oh, that dialogue's still going.
Is it as much dialogue as the average dialogue tree in
Oh.
Planescape?
The dialogue will continue.
Oh, this
The
entire
dialogue will continue until morale improves.
And it's really awkward as well to read.
this
It doesn't
entire
flow well.
chapter is just dialogue.
That's same as all the others as well. That's all there is. It's just dialogue.
Yeah. That's yeah. Oh wow. That's something. That is a thing.
It really is.
Oh, Heir to the Blacksmith. I've heard of this story. I also heard
dropped it.
Yeah, I heard it was
dropped it.
not great.
Apparently, there's some people that are still reading it, but I dropped it as soon as Shiro came back from Britain and found Sakura being his maid.
What?
Yeah, apparently. And apparently Gilgamesh keeps giving him random swords to check the history of so he can become a better smith and hopefully match the ones from his time in Uruk, or Gilgamesh will kill him because he decided to challenge Gilgamesh with his abilities, which is actually kind of cool. But then I just lost interest.
Shiro Emiya, born to a clan following the name had not been officially called in centuries, chasing after a dream created by ancestor as relentlessly as any other Magi family. So why would he be called Emiya?
Because he gets adopted by the Emiya clan, but still gets taken to his family's workshop by Kiritsugu and finds their work and everything. And he's also got a magic crest or whatever from his family that was transplanted in him.
Okay, sure. Muramasa Shiro. Yeah, wow. 32 chapters, 270k words, 147 1400 reviews and 4400 favorites.
I'm gonna be honest, one that I find better that does the same premise is, I believe, called Fate Alternative T. It's at least compared to Heir of the Blacksmith.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just does it better. Although they do use basically an OC because Altrug shows up, and then hypnotizes a bunch of people to play around as Shiro's pretend apprentice just because he interested her. Which still
What?
shit, but it's shit, but it's still better to add to the blacksmith to me.
That's fucking wild, man.
Yeah.
Grand order. With the arrival of servants to Chaldea, they can fix the singularities. But maybe the situation's more complicated than they imagined. This is a hurt comfort story featuring Archer and Scathach. Oh, I'm riveted. Yep, that's what I came here for. Peace at last. Counter Guardian Emiya has retired. He now lives in a peaceful town in Japan. Watch as he gets into hijinks with his daughter. I made this fic for fun, so don't take it seriously. A family humor story.
Author, I don't think you understand how counter guardianship works.
Don't. Why is his last chapter for that one in need of idea? Reasons I'm late. What?
Reasons I'm late because I'm too lazy to think of more things to write for this. That's why I wrote a whole 3 chapters and posted it.
Apparently Shiro's adopted daughter, which he named after Rin, has 100 circuits without a magic crest, and is a prodigy with untapped potential.
Of course she is.
Mm.
What else we got here? We got Fate Kivodos. In one world, Kivodos would be visited by a normal man. Fate in this other world would be different. Now several servants run around the city, helping students or causing trouble for them. Chaos has come to Kivodos. So basically, it's your ordinary day. This is a Fate Stay Night Blue Archive crossover.
Whoa.
Yes, the Lolly story. Remember? We were all there for that on stream where they was it
Yes.
Connie.school led to the Blue Archive main fucking website, which now I think they don't actually have that anymore.
Yeah, it's been taken down.
That was apparently some rando that actually did that.
Yeah.
But
bought the IP and
the redirect. That was just a random person that did that.
Irregular maker rewrite. I think I choose I make and reality break for me.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, average Korean.
My next life as a villainess with Fate?
What if Nameless Girl, who would be villainous, fused with Nameless Hero, and now has skill to survive with brand new set of knowledge? How will their life be the same and different with harem protagonist skill and magic in the mix? Reverse harem story featuring Katarina.
Stort. Reverse harem Stort.
Stort, yes. This is Katarina, Bakarina.
Yeah, no, G-Man, Emiya, and then there's Bakarina there. She's on there twice, one with a C, one with a K.
Yes, I'm aware. Yeah, this is Bakarina, with Emiya powers.
And Campion. Because I just
fuck off.
Story will cross over Fate series, My Next Life as a Villainess, and Campion, as well as one other series I won't reveal until late in the
Why? I hate that shit. I hate that shit so fucking much. It's the dumbest shit ever. Oh yeah, I'm gonna cross over this story with some stupid ass shit, and you're not gonna be told about it until it happens.
Which means if you don't know anything about it or don't like that fandom, well, too fucking bad.
Yeah, hey, you better like it.
Fuck off, author. I'll read something else.
Fate Stay Night in Kamen Rider. Even though it's an FGO story.
Yep. Well, God forbid they ever actually label them correctly, even though there is an FGO section.
Yep. Fate Stay Night and Legend of Zelda with it complete at 1 chapter.
Fate Fake Promises. Yeah, 1 chapter completed. Yeah, sounds about right.
I think they might have put it as complete until they post a new one, or it's one of those authors that puts every chapter as its own story.
Yep, possibly. So yeah, this is a story of Shiro growing up to be Link's replacement.
Of course it is.
No. Let's see. We got Fate and Don Machi. Yep, Fate Dungeon Myth. Alternative version. This is the alternative version of Shiro Emiya, who reincarnates into an alternative version of Don Machi. It's one giant big old AU.
The next story. The next story is the Fourth Holy Grail War, but instead of servants, they have Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. What?
Okay.
Dueling Zero, and instead of servants, they have Yu-Gi-Oh monsters with Tokiomi getting maiden with blue eyes.
Which the maid with blue eyes is just a total fucking bait card. I swear to God, I hate everyone that uses it.
I mean, what could you possibly hate about it?
I don't know if you're asking me this ironically or not.
I am.
Okay. I had to make sure. Holy shit. Nascent Kaleidoscope has gotten big.
Yeah, it has. 431. Is that up to chapter, or is that...
That is.
That's the most recent?
No, there's a couple ahead right now in Kenmo.
Yeah.
But, that is something else.
The D team. They aren't the best, and let's be honest, no one expects anything great out of any of them. Somehow they keep on winning. Now that is the perfect summary for a Konosuba crossover fic.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is what I expect, but it's also 3 chapters, 3.5 words, so it's like not even.
Also, only has 1 review and 8 favorites, so. Yeah. Divine Comedy Redux. So this is a V2 story. The gods clamor for an encore, beckoning destiny to unveil the second act of Clown March. As the curtains rose, joyous laughter filled the stage as 2 heroes stepped forth. Belle, imbued with the spirit of Argonaut, embarked on a comical adventure alongside Fiona. Let the comedy begin as Argonaut, the eternal clown, takes his bow, inviting all to join in the laughter. A Fate Don Machi cross.
Wait, is this a crossover with another author's fic? Because I know of a guy that wrote one with Shiro as the vigilante hero Argonaut or something that I've read once.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds dumb. I hate it. Just my luck, V2. Just my luck, there's a bunch of V2s. Reincarnated as the older brother of Akeno in D times D. Okay. Only to be transported into One Piece and then enslaved by the Celestial Dragons.
What the fuck?
What?
Thankfully, he has found a new family in the company of 3 sisters.
From an island of man-haters. Fucking Boa Hancock and her siblings. Why?
Oh no.
Featuring the main characters of OC, his harem, and Arturia Pendragon times Emiya. What the fuck? What the hell is going on?
Trash.
Shadow of the Separate. What the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, Mordred and Remnant updated. Yeah, Mordred and Remnant. It's pretty just much. Yeah, on the 10, Mordred is in Remnant.
No. How many people does she punch in the face?
A lot.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Mordred.
It's even better because I say better as in air quotes better. Because it's not actually Mordred.
It's self-insert as Mordred.
It's a
Oh.
self-insert. It's a guy who self-inserts as Mordred, and a majority of the first chapters are him having identity crisis issues because it's Mordred,
Shows up again.
and her personality is kind of domineering, and then never shows up again. Eventually, he just wakes up one day and he's like, "Yep, I'm Mordred. That's my name," and just acts like Mordred.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, sure got over that quick.
Yeah, it only took like 8 chapters.
What does Fate have to do with Prince of Tennis?
What?
Prince of Tennis and Fate Stay Night. Soul of a sword, body of a prince. Why would you write fics about a sport anime?
Women.
You can't watch the sport anime.
Women.
Yeah, but you can imagine it or some shit, bro.
Listen, I've turned my brain off and go sub 90 when I read fan fiction. I can't imagine shit when I'm doing it.
Yeah, don't worry. Neither can C8.
Yeah, but the difference is he can't do it. He can't do it because he was born like that. I do it purposely.
We are not the same. Yep. Let's see what else we got here. We got Fate Lost Moonlight, a crossover story with Fate Stay Night, adopted from Fate Chat GPT.
Over on space battles, a cabal of morally dubious Xenos decide to create a false moon cell and throw a bunch of... it's a round robin fic that they've decided to put on fanfiction, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Written with AI, where a whole bunch of authors will write parts of it. I fucking hate those.
That's something. Master Arturia. Arturia Pendragon wishes to meet her lover Shiro once again after she had destroyed the Holy Grail. What she didn't expect was for Merlin to turn her into a baby and throw her to the 21st century. Somehow, instead of meeting Shiro, she seems to have taken his place, and she only remembered her sealed memories on the night of the Fifth Holy Grail War, where everything changed when she summoned a sword servant named Emiya.
This is so fucking stupid.
I can kind of get behind a Grail War in ancient Camelot for the Holy Grail, because that's a huge part of Arthur's fucking, like, legend of trying to get the Grail, so a Grail War would happen.
Yeah, but who would they summon?
There is actually still thousands of years of history beforehand, and Counter Guardians can be summoned before.
Yes, but they require people to remember them.
Actually, not the whole world, even just in their homeland is enough. So they could summon people that they have no idea who is or what their names are.
Alright,
plus there's also still the worldwide renown of Hercules, who even...
That's true.
His sword is used in Arthurian fucking...
That's true, yeah.
Legend, and is stolen from...
We're not really doctors here. Shiro, Rin, and Sakura find themselves in the world of Arknight, thanks to the trollish Zelrich.
Fucking goddamn it every time.
To survive, they have to start up a clinic on the alien world. Unfortunately for them, they chose the worst possible disease to treat, tainted mana crystal.
What?
0 out of 10, they've called it doctors instead of Dokota.
Yeah, 0 out of 10, they should have called it Docta.
God damn it.
Honestly, that would have been a nice reoccurring gag in this story. You call yourselves doctors? No, we call ourselves doctors. We never claimed to be medical professionals.
Yeah.
I've read this fic. Zelrich is just a tool to justify them getting there. I don't care. Trollish Zelrich is always lame, always. Just literally have Zelrich approach them and be like, hey, so I found this cool-ass thing. I want you to check it out as my apprentice.
None. Literally
can
every
be.
single mage in the universe would go, holy shit, yes.
Also, I'm really disappointed in Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer 40k not having an orc of the role of Docta.
Better.
What?
I said better.
What?
Who?
You keep cutting out.
Yeah.
You're like, I said, and you cut out again.
Fuck.
Narcissus's Folly, a worm crossover story. Yep. No, I know they watch Netflix. They do it every night. A reflection of two individuals across space-time deepens. One succumbs to the void and the other smiles and awakens to a new perspective. After all, the dream continues as they bask in a new, similarly cruel world, a world devoid of hopes and dreams. Okay. Okay, but my point more, Aura, is the fact that they are even, like, being like, oh, was it a prank? Like, no. Well, it wasn't. Why is that a question? Why is that even, like, a possible answer? If you point out that you're doing the thing that's dumb, and you have the characters go, oh boy, you know, this is pretty dumb, it's probably got a good reason for this happening, right, guys? It doesn't make it less dumb. It makes you more dumb, actually, in my opinion. If you do something stupid and then have your characters point out that it was stupid to do, well, then don't do it. If you're cognizant enough of what you're doing as being stupid,
Yeah.
then just don't do the stupid thing.
Sometimes you have to do the stupid thing for reasons.
Okay, but in this instance, there isn't one, because you can literally just have, as they said, as they're saying literally in the story themselves, as the author is saying, Zelrich wouldn't do this as a prank, so why are you even hinting that it might have been a prank?
Because the author is retarded.
Yeah, that's my point. Fate, Souls, and Singularities, a Dark Souls Fate Stay Night crossover. Oh, I'm sure this
Actually,
won't go
no.
badly.
Actually, no, that is good. That is actually pretty good. It's the same guy that makes the Demon in Fodlan Fate with Goatia that me, Aura, and a bunch of others read. This author does really well at crossing them over and combining worlds.
Yeah.
Alright, well now we have to read it if for no other reason than to judge this man, Sneaky.
Yeah, go ahead, Kaz. Take first chapter away. Let's go.
Just a moment, I'm just replying to Alvor about something.
I'm not a fan of his Dark Souls crossover. Don't bring me into this. Okay, fair enough.
Alright.
I think you just got abandoned right there, Kaz.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's not that bad.
Singularities, points in human history which have become corrupted. Incineration of humanity. However, it's not the grails which are alone are divergent. The incineration comes about as one world in particular comes to an end. The two become linked as figures from different thrones reach across the barrier between worlds. Okay, so first off, I already hate the premise that because the Dark Souls world ends, so does the non-Dark Souls world of humanity. That's really fucking dumb, first off, because there's nothing linking them. And then the idea, oh, these two, because they're both thrones, they somehow reach across together. Okay, A, the Throne of Heroes has no impact on the planet.
Well, actually, basically, rather than redo the flame, he does something, I believe, that makes the world like fucking break apart. And the main character of Dark Souls 3 ends up in Fuyuki. He calls himself Saber and shit like that, but he's actually plot point is that he's actually still alive. So if he dies, he'll just die forever. That's a later plot point. Because he's not actually a servant, so if he dies, they can't bring him back.
What?
Yeah. Because unlike a servant, he's not on the throne of heroes.
And you're really
But
gonna sit here and tell me this is a good story?
It's decent.
The fucking core premise is retarded.
Yes, and so is a lot of the core premise of all of his fics, and they're all still pretty decent. The core premise is retarded, but he writes it well. Of basically all of his fics. Like, Goatia in Fodlan in Three Houses is a stupid fucking premise, but he still writes that well.
Okay, well, I can't really speak about Three Houses, but my point is more along the lines of, like, he comes up with this stupid justification of, like, somehow the Cinder Throne connects to the Throne of Heroes, and that causes a Dark Souls 2 character to end up in a Singularity in Fuyuki. Because reasons. It's like, that just have them fucking wake up in Fuyuki, don't explain shit.
No, that's what happens with the Dark Souls 3 one. But that's what happens.
No, but that's what he says in the fucking summary.
Mm.
The Cinder
Also, if
Throne
you're gonna-
connects to the Throne of Heroes, and somehow that causes a chain reaction of fusion.
Yeah, also, if they're gonna connect like that, there's no reason that the Ashen One's respawn ability wouldn't start.
Yeah,
kicking
also
in.
true. Yeah.
Well,
Permanent
how
death
well
moves
known?
into
How well known is the
Ashen
Ashen one that he ends up in the Throne of Heroes because
Well, it doesn't
the,
matter. He's linked to it.
It's also
Yeah.
known that servants from the future can still be summoned even if no one knows about them now.
Yeah.
I
So-
thought that was only Counter Guardians because Elias.
No, it's literally all of them. It's never
Really?
used. Yeah, it's literally just, it's a point of plot that's almost never used solely because they just wanted to have the option. And it would be really hard to just invent a hero and for everyone to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna like this
Yeah.
hero as an audience. No one's gonna like it.
Well, also,
Mm.
Archer Emiya technically fulfills this because he
Yeah,
did become
that's true.
known in his later years, at least in the Middle East, where it's kind of implied he did a lot of his work was in war-torn countries. So Middle East, general continent of Africa, probably bits of South America. So he'd have a small, bit of fame there as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, my whole
kinda
point
help.
is this fic is just if you really want
Yeah.
a Dark Souls character in FGO, either A, have them be summoned, or B, have them just show up. Oh, space collapsed
Well,
in the Dark
no.
Souls universe,
The Dark-
and so
the Dark
during a
Souls 3 one-
singularity. What?
The Dark Souls 3 main character does just fall into Fuyuki and show up, but the connection of the thrones lets Dark Souls legends be summoned. So that's why Berserker shows up in Fuyuki. Is
That's-
actually how.
That's
how-
fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Also, I'll be real though, I kind of would like to see a hollowed one.
Also,
shows them
if
dead,
that's
or an
true,
actual one just
okay, if the thrones are fucking connected, and if that's all true, then he would just revive. Then he could be summoned.
The thing is, it's a plot point that Chaldea
respawn could
doesn't
kick
know if
in.
that's possible. The thing is, because he takes in
Okay,
the
they don't know,
Dark
but you
Souls
just told us
1.
that if he dies for good.
That's what they
came out of your
believe.
mouth.
That's what they
No,
believe, though.
that
But it
is
hasn't come.
not
It
what-
hasn't been.
It's not what
It
you
hasn't
said.
been proven.
That is not what you said. You did not provide that condition.
Well, that's
said
what.
if he
Sorry, I
dies-
was quoting the chapter I read that in.
Okay, well, you also didn't tell us that part.
Man, listen, I already don't like unreliable narrators. It's even worse than getting an
Well, then why are you
unreliable
asking an
narrator through a-
Australian anything?
Well, you're the one that we didn't ask you. You're the fucking one that injected.
started
Yeah.
expounding.
I said
You
it was
opened up.
good. I said it was good, or I liked it at least as a time waste. Decent.
And
But
then
you
we
guys
said,
don't even-
ah,
Whoa, no,
that
hold up.
needs
You're
judgment.
fucking like downgrading this one. I said it was good. Actually, I said it was just a time waster. Actually, I said it was
Well, no.
only okay occasionally. Oh, what next?
said
Are you
it was
gonna
good
ask
for
for your
me.
$10 back? When
Nah, that's yours now, and it's fine.
You know what? This handy wasn't so great. Can we just?
I said it was good to. It's good to me, but I would call decent for other people.
It's
Because
not.
again, there's also
I
like stupid things that shouldn't work.
Kaz is
We're
just in the
moving
fucking Olympics here. Retracting
Hey, Kaz,
statement
are you
Olympics.
secretly part of the Australian government? Because you're backpedaling really well.
This is
Yeah,
a great story.
did
I love it. It's
did
my
I just-
favorite. Actually, it was just good. Actually, it's a time waster. Actually, it's only decent sometimes. Actually, I liked it, but I don't think anyone else will.
Listen, didn't I tell you guys that when it comes to fanfiction, I purposely put my IQ below 90?
Yeah, you did, but
Oh, you were just pretending to be retarded.
Yeah, for 25 years.
I don't know. I give you a fucking 10 out of 10 on that back jump Olympics right there.
I also don't have enough alcohol.
Like you
It
didn't even
actually makes
finish your
sense.
sentence before you were already backtracking the start of the sentence.
Damn right.
Quite impressive.
But
Yeah.
Olympic tier
seriousness,
backpedals.
I'd
Yeah.
love to see a Dark Souls Chosen One just
Yeah.
show up and start wrecking shit. I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
sure they
absolutely.
could
Yeah,
do that.
EX
They
and
should
all
be able to stand up
stats.
to anyone who wouldn't be considered like a Grand Servant or Grand
Well,
Servant.
Nameless
candidate.
King shows up in the France Singularity in his prime, and it takes like 8 servants at once dogpiling him to kill him, and that's
know,
before
Yeah.
that's before they
based
kill
on
his
my
mount that he
experience-
really fucking cares about.
Based on my experience with Nameless King, I'm gonna give this one to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
average, yeah.
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 I'll be real.
Average Nameless King experience.
In
I
prime,
think
not
Dark Souls
hollowed like you
power
face in Dark
scaling-
Souls 3. This is prime Nameless King.
Luckily for
Divinity Hell.
you,
Oh,
we're
good. Okay,
experts.
So
Sneaky.
this is
Yeah.
before he.
This is pre-nerf Nameless King.
Yeah.
Lucky for you, we're professionals.
Also, Berserker Slave Knight Gale shows up as well.
Oh
What?
no!
Wait, what
You
was
can't
the...
just throw that at them?
Yeah,
Whoa.
Berserker
They don't
Slave
know-
Knight Gale
They don't know
shows up.
They don't know what's happening. They don't know what's coming.
Yeah, they don't know.
Except the
They
thing
don't
is,
know
because he's a
terror.
berserker. The thing is, because he's a berserker, he's the one who actually kills Nameless King's mount, and he doesn't like that.
Honestly, no. Here's the thing.
No.
The scary thing to me,
It-
Gale is absolutely Madness Enhancement EX, but he's still
Yes.
having full-on conversations with people.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
100%.
Well, no, he's
Like,
got.
that's the
I
scary
believe
part.
he makes servant sheets for him, and one of his noble phantasms is that as the fight goes on, he becomes more lucid, even with his Madness Enhancement EX. So he'll be able to talk more, fight, strategize. So basically, the phases he
Oh,
goes through in the game.
Yeah.
That is not how Gale is at all. He's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
in,
I know.
he's always in
I know.
Enhancement EX, and he's always.
I
lucid.
feel like Gale is one of the few people that would ever just have innate boss music.
I-
Yeah. He's
yeah.
also got Battle Continuation EX because.
Do you
because
like
fuck
he
you,
should?
He stayed alive for so
Yes.
long. Yeah.
You know
Because he
what?
stayed
That
alive for
should
so
just-
fucking long and was.
That should
He was.
just be on his sheet.
Yeah.
It's
He
not
was-
just he
it's
stayed
no-
alive for so long. It's
He was the last
quite
person
literally-
alive, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. He was the
Yeah.
last being alive. Not even
Quite
that. He was the last
literally
sane
his
being
lore.
alive.
True.
Yeah, quite
Yeah,
quite
but-
literally
yeah.
his lore.
France.
In
The
all.
only reason Chaldea wins in France is because Nameless King doesn't like being around and doesn't like that his mount got killed by Gale, so he double crosses Jolter and Gills and helps kill him. He's
But-
so powerful that, like Gilgamesh, command skills don't really work on him.
Yeah,
No.
that makes sense.
No.
Real talk, though, I want him to have a hidden noble phantasm on
Yeah.
the stat sheet that just says phase 2
Faced.
for Gale. Like Dark Souls bosses summoned, they all have a hidden noble phantasm phase 2. You
I
know what happens.
don't know. I think that'd be
Okay.
pretty good of you. I would really like to see someone make an animation of Fate servants meet X Dark Souls boss with a phase 2. It's like, finally, we've killed him. Music starts again. It's a fucking crescendo. The health bar starts filling up again.
The
Oh.
Latin music starts. Latin chanting.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, Atin and I killing Gale. That was an experience.
Oh.
Literally shouted insults at him. Somehow it worked.
The Ringed City DLC was so good.
That was so fucking good.
Oh, it was amazing.
Saber, why do I hear Latin chanting?
My personal favorite involved us getting to Gale, getting him halfway, and then we get to phase 2 and we're like, okay, we're doing this, and then we get him to a third of his health and there's not a cutscene, but then phase 3 activates with lightning.
No, we kill him again, and we're finally like, all right, we did it, he's dead. We put the fucking hat on, you know, the mimic hat on, and we're like,
hats on.
Wait, we're not getting souls. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Because Atin and I are there, we got no magic left, no Estus left, we're like, oh, shit.
Oh, it was great. My pizza's here, I'll be back.
The entirety of that DLC.
But yeah, a lot of people,
Mid-air,
a lot
yeah.
of guys, like the thing is, Mundatorum also goes really into more obscure lore, like named Silver Knights actually showing up summoned as sabers or berserker.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just
I wouldn't jump that far.
King Boulder.
I mean, I don't know. I think if you're gonna go into that, I think this is one of those scenarios where you just wrote yourself into a corner. If you're gonna have these really obscure, Silver Knights get fucking resurrected by the Chaldea system, and then you're really gonna sit here and tell me that the goddamn chosen hero Ashen one isn't gonna get resurrected by the system?
Yeah.
Really? Of all people.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Of
also because
any-
that he almost killed
No.
himself by putting the Lord Vessel into his own fucking body. Well, it had the Lord Soul in it, so.
Well, you do
think
that.
The throne gives a shit about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his own body couldn't handle it, so I'm not sure I would.
What the
that's
fuck
why
do you
they
mean?
killed him.
The Ashen one is literally made to contain the Lord Vessels.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
even
thought it was the
even
Lord Souls, not the Lord Vessels, like the Cinders.
No, he was literally supposed to reunite everything. That's what his sole
Yeah.
purpose was.
That was the point of the Ashen ones.
Yeah, because in the fic they said that if his soul got destroyed from overusing the power of it, because he tried to channel it through his noble phantasm, then they weren't sure. if
Why
they
does
could
he?
put
Wait,
him
no,
back.
hold on. What the fuck? Why does he have a noble phantasm if he's not summoned?
He doesn't. It's just a sword he picked up that he.
Then
calls
he
it
doesn't
that.
have a noble phantasm.
But he calls it that, and that's what they think it is.
Because they don't
Where
present
did
the
he-
lore to me.
No, where did he
it's
pick up the term?
Sir Vinhelm in the fucking Ashes of Ariandel DLC, he's Black Fire Sword, which apparently gets a buff.
No, where did he pick up the term? Where did he learn the term Noble Phantasm and decide to start
when he
calling that? Calling the sword
in either Fuyuki or France, after he joins up with Chaldea, he hears it.
Okay,
hears that
so
the ultimate
why
attack.
wait? Channeling the Lord Vessel through his sword? Wait, how the fuck would he even do that?
Shoved it into himself and see if it worked.
Okay, but he
And
shoves it into
also-
himself anyway. That's part of the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that's kind of necessary.
Literally, you're supposed to
know what to
take in
tell
all of their souls. All of the souls go into the Ashen One, and then the Ashen One carries them to the field of battle for the final Soul of Cinder to fight. And either the Soul of Cinder consumes the Ashen One with all of these souls and reignites the fire to carry on the cycle until the next Ashen One can reunite the next Lord of Cinders to carry on to the Soul of Cinder. Or the Ashen One kills the Soul of Cinder and takes up the mantle as the Soul of Cinder.
Yeah,
Well,
no
that's
matter
what
what.
I'm just
he's
telling you what I
never-
read in the.
Okay, and my point is that the author's fucking stupid and wrote himself into multiple corners.
What you're describing here, Kaz, is the same problem that I have with channels like Vadividya,
Yeah.
which is treating your own theories as fact. And
And,
it's
well,
stupid.
At
because it doesn't
minimum,
make-
not telling people what is a theory and what's fact.
Yeah, like the game gives you enough to write some of this stuff, but putting your own conjecture in just makes me want to read it less and less and less. It's why I ended up disliking Why Can't I Take Artorias' Ring.
Yeah.
Well, part of it was also that he shoved his fetishes in everywhere, and then it just
Oh
became
yeah,
a
it got
jumbled
so fucking weird.
ADHD-ridden
Why?
mess.
Wait, what? Why can't I take Artorias' ring?
Yeah.
Is that a fic?
Yeah. It was a fic that started around the same time as us, like it was a month before us or something.
It was
Is that
actually
the
shortly after, I
cleric
think.
self-insert
Oh, really? Yeah.
who dies once
Yeah,
and
cleric-
almost goes hollow?
Yeah, the cleric self-insert who ends up
Oh
married
yeah,
to
I
a monk.
remember that. And then
Yeah.
later on, fucking a whole bunch of people show up like Go and
Yeah, he's got the
Artorias,
fucking
not
foot fetish
Arcade.
and giantess fetish and a whole bunch of the fucking weird ass shit
Spider
coming
fetish.
up. Yeah, it was
Spider
just.
fetish. Spider fetish.
Yeah,
with
The
grey
fucking
lag.
what?
Oh yeah, it got weird.
Yeah.
The author just
Yeah,
started including
God.
some really weird ass shit, and then the
Yeah.
latter half of his story just became pure headcanon garbage.
Yeah.
Listen, you can have your fetish, just don't shove it in my face while I'm trying to read a fic that was mildly interesting at the start.
Yeah.
It just yeah. On a related note to this, though, I now wish to see the Ashen One summoned, and one of his noble phantasms is Soul Switch, and he just Gwen's soul takes over for the fight
Nice.
because he absorbed the soul of Sven.
I mean,
God, he was such a good boss.
yeah, it was such a great boss because, like, going back on it, obviously I get told this shit. Like, going back to that boss now, it's like, oh yeah, at this part when you start fighting him and he starts changing up his moveset and uses this moveset, Gwen's music starts playing, and it's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
And then you're
Yeah.
like, wait, I recognize that moveset.
That pling.
Yeah.
And I recognize that pling pling pong.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were some veterans who they heard the music, they saw the moveset, and they just parried on instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Except that Dark Souls 3 parry windows are way worse than Dark Souls 1. I miss the Dark Souls 1 parry dagger.
One of my favorite cherished memories of that.
I was such a nuisance in PvP with that.
You were a nuisance, just period.
Yeah.
Because I ran around as Hovel.
And you ran around as Hovel, as Boxer Hovel, as Naked Hovel.
It's just Hovel.
Listen, no, Kaz, you don't understand. There's nothing more terrifying than full armor Hovel full armor Hovel with 2 Dragonbone fists ninja flipping towards you at high speed.
Yeah, it was great. The dude literally just said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Nice. Although I do like the fact that even though the parry windows are a bit better in Elden Ring compared to Dark Souls 3, that you can't just parry the final boss like once and get a hit in. You've got to do it 3 times each time you want to get a critical hit. Critical strike.
I was way too scared to practice parrying in Elden Ring.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can parry Radagon, but the only way to get a repost is you got to parry 3 times.
Yeah, but that game's damage did not fuck around.
No, it did not. No, it did not.
Every enemy was a vibe check.
Yeah. Yeah, oh my god, I got fucking vibe checked by so much of this shit in that game. But
it's great, isn't it?
One of my favorite memories of all time, now that Atin's not here, is 100% Soul of Cinder fight with Atin. The first time we ever fought him. And the switches to casting lightning incantations. Yep.
I think you've brought this up.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, you've brought this up.
Where Atin thought he did a lightning stake, but he summoned sky lightning instead. Yeah. And I, as the mage who was on the outside, could see the lightning in the sky. And Atin's like, haha, he missed me. I'm like, Atin!
I love this. I love hearing the stories. Every time I hear it, there's always that part of me that's just like, for a moment, I should shoot Sneaky for not.
Did you guys?
Yeah.
Did you guys end up with that like all natural? End up with that Medea glitch where he goes crazy laser light?
Yes, we actually glitched him out.
And then I sat down and perfectly recreated.
Yeah.
Recreated it. Man,
he goes full fucking disco mode.
Yeah, dude, that Medea fight was so fun, but I was so frustrated that I just told my friends, like, all right, give me like 10 minutes, and I went in.
I actually got retweeted and added by the Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, the official
Twitter.
for the
yeah.
Yeah, for
I
Godzilla.
had made a joke post on my Twitter, one of the few tweets I've ever made, of just leaked footage of Meteor Fight when like the first day it came out, and it was just a picture of Godzilla shooting a laser. And the fucking Dark Souls Twitter added me and said, "How did you get this footage?"
Nice.
Nice.
Take
Yeah,
it
I
down
remember
now.
that. It was pretty cool.
But yeah, the fucking disco mode, oh my god, Midir was such a nightmare. We used 600 some humanities fighting him.
Yeah, that sounds
Midir
about
is a
right.
piece of shit.
Well, let's
Well,
not
you also have to keep
forget,
in mind,
they were also in New Game 6 and 7.
yeah, we were also in New Game 6 and 7, and we were doing the entire thing co-op, so he was boosted again.
Because you both were too fucking stupid to run up extra characters.
And stubborn. Don't forget stubborn.
Mostly stupid.
Yes.
Honest, God, I'd love to do a full Dark Souls, since it's been approximately
Forever.
6 years since I last opened the game.
You know what we should do? We should do a convergence run.
What is a convergence run?
Convergence adds like 200 more spells to the game and like 8 new schools.
Yeah. And some new bosses as well.
Yeah, new bosses, new weapons, new weapon arts.
I'm interested in the new weapons and bosses.
Yeah.
Not so much the magic. I've never been one for the magic. In that
I know.
game.
What about they did blood before blood was a thing in our.
Yeah, they did
Actually,
blood spells, yeah.
Alright, actually, no, that's not true. I did do pyromancy in that game because healing warmth was just so good.
Yep, yes it was.
As a frontline tank wielding greatsword and great shield, that was so good. And then we found out the hard way that it healed enemies as well within range, and that wasn't great. That wasn't very fun. That wasn't very fun when the swamp Ornsteins started healing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Convergence, I think they even released their final edition for Convergence too, so I mean,
Alright.
I thought Dark Souls 3 Convergence was done and they're doing Elden Ring.
that's what I just said.
Now.
You know, I'm not usually a lot of games, but it would be fun to experience Dark Souls 3 again with some added shit.
Like, there's wild spells as well, like druid spells, I believe, or something like that. Shaman spells.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but there's a new boss based around that. There's a new boss based around that school of magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, FromSoft games are really good. The only reason I don't have a platinum in Sekiro is because I can't be fucked farming for XP to get all skills.
Are you guys ready for a Ruby Fate Stay Night crossover called The New Staff of Beacon Academy, in which Amber gets super desperate and summons a servant named Jekyll and Hyde?
Of course.
No.
Yeah.
Also, let's not.
All things return to Ruby.
Let's please don't summon Jekyll. Leave the poor man alone.
And then they make him a teacher.
No. According to Fate Prototype, you can summon Jekyll and Hyde to the worker, and it takes 3 servants to take him down.
Yo, I know Jekyll has been through enough. Leave the poor boy alone.
Yeah.
He's suffered enough at the hands of Hyde. Mostly Hyde's actions, really. Actually, it's exclusively
and then there's
Hyde's actions.
Fate Destiny Cross.
That sounds awful.
Fate and Marchi.
Isn't Lord Vessel only a thing in Dark Souls 1? No, Lord Vessel is the whole throne.
Lord Vessel was in Dark Souls 1 as your fast travel device.
Yeah.
And then it returned in Dark Souls 3 because it's kind of the be all end all for everything important.
Yeah.
In Dark Souls.
Yeah.
It holds the first flame. It contains the Lord's souls. It was there from the beginning.
Yeah. Destiny Final Order. That's right. This is a Destiny Fate Stay Night crossover. Psych! Just kidding. It's a Fate Grand Order crossover, but the author's retarded.
Or it's because Fate Stay Night is more popular, so they'll get more views.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Also, wait.
Yeah.
Are they... I think summoning a guardian might be interesting in Fate. I think it'd be fun to see, I don't know, Cade be summoned for a war. I don't know about... I'm worried they're not gonna do the smart thing and summon a guardian. I'm worried they're gonna do the dumb thing and fuse the worlds.
God, why is
Well,
Scarface 101?
yep, they're fusing the worlds. They face threats from both history and myth alongside darkness and light.
Ew.
I think I would rather than like, okay, cool, hey, we summoned Cade, and Cade's like, hey, I need you to hold on to this for me. If I die, I just pop back to where this little ghost is.
Get summoned. Ghost is here. They look at each other. I thought you died a long, long time ago.
Go.
God damn it.
Also, why the fuck is Scarface 101 still around?
What?
Are they still
What? Excuse you?
What are you talking about?
an author, Scarface 101, who was famous for
Oh.
always forcing in himself and his two girlfriends and bragging about how he's got two girlfriends because one's bisexual and lets him get a second girlfriend, and that they keep showing up in fics and then show up more whenever people complain. And then until eventually becomes just a fic of him and his girlfriend showing up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I see.
I don't know if he's still like that or what, but yeah.
Let's see, anyway. Fate Grand Dungeon. This is a Don Machi story. A tale of meetings and reunions and headaches. Their goal was never straightforward. Clear the dungeon. Or it should have been, Zelrich, you trollish bastard.
Again.
15 chapters, 61k words, 4 billion favorites. No, it's more like 3,800, but yeah, there's a number of... It's a Parcassius story, of course.
Yes.
That explains it.
Yes.
That explains it.
Yep. 15 chapters, 60k words, 3,000 and 4,000.
And I can guarantee you only about 1k of those words is actual plot progression.
Yep. Probably.
You know, Parcassius has a very, very impressive talent of putting 4,000 word chapters down and achieving the sum total of, and then Shiro took a step forward.
Of course. Gotta fill in that word count.
Yep. How much is money is Parcassius making these days?
Probably
Let's
too much.
check. In
We
Patreon.
are checking right now. 154 members, $865 a month.
That
For $20 a month, I will be an editor for you.
But I don't want you to be an editor. Fuck you.
That
I
is...
want you as an editor. I can edit my own stuff.
Yeah, there's nothing
Wait,
about your
is
work.
Parcassius a woman? Is
No.
Parcassius a woman?
What?
And why does he have his email j13miranda@gmail.com on here?
Probably because of Mass Effect?
Oh, right.
I have no words to express my gratitude for paying me $60 a month. Patrons of this tier may message me about original characters they would like to see to be incorporated into the story of choice. Personality, gender, role will be decided by you, the patron, assuming the OC even works in the story. I will pay you $60 a month and ruin your stories.
I will pay you $60 a
do
month
that
to fuck off.
Oh yeah,
How can you
Legacy Dark, goddamn, this story was fucking awful.
Is that on Amazon?
Yeah.
Do I still have that?
It's on Kindle Unlimited.
Oh no.
Amazon Parcasius Grace.
Oh, it might be
Do I still have that? Oh, Kindle Unlimited. Also, Survivor's Log Reflection and Faded Legacy Dark. They've got 2.
Yeah.
You can buy it paperback.
Yeah, $3 paperback.
No, 13 for Fated Legacy. That's Survivor's Log. That's $3.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I don't have it anymore.
Reading age 15 to 18-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Published 2 years ago.
Yep, yep. This story was not one that was interesting to us. I believe we read it out loud before. Yeah, there's a reason why people aren't donating too much to them these days. Ironcrad, Red Archer, that's right. Shiryo Emiya is showing up in Sword Art Online. Finds himself trapped in a death game. He doesn't know about sword fighting yet, but he's good with a bow. Do good with a bow. Yeah, except for one small fucking little issue here is, so this is
There's
Fate
no
Prisma
bows.
Ilia. It's a Fate Prisma Ilia story. There's no bows in Sword Art Online. Hence the name.
No.
Sword.
Which is kind of stupid because there are enemies they face that have bows. I believe it
Oh
shows up
yeah,
in
and there's
the
enemies that have magic too, but
Yeah.
we don't want to have
But the
magic in my game. My
Yeah,
game's gonna be realistic.
The only thing they have for range is the throwing skill to throw rocks and little knives.
Yeah.
Nails.
Yep. Anyway, so yeah, this is Fate Grand Royale by Scarface. A new game taking place in Shinobi Nations by storm. See what happens when Naruto goes to the game known as Fate Grand Royale. Warning, Naruto gets a giant harem of Fate characters, and I bash a bunch of other characters. Naruto times Arturia Pendragon times Attila the Hun. Yeah. Skill, House Husband EX. The married life wasn't ever something Shiro envisioned for himself, yet now he was a house husband nonetheless. He loved his wife to death, even if that mecha school put her in a bad mood, but wasn't all this infant shadow stuff nonsense a kind of pain?
Zola, the same person who made Fear the Superhero.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which means if you go into
So-
QQ or Space Battles and find this, you'll probably find some decent illustrations for it.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's just Fear the Superhero has taken a really bad turn recently. It's just it's like Fear the Superhero is great and all. It's just that recently he was like, I'm gonna slow down the story progress by a fucking mile.
Yeah.
He stretched out Rin's reveal to Shiro over like 6 chapters.
3 chapters. 3, I think, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. It was insane.
Which is really insane because there's only 20 chapters.
Yeah.
That's literally 7.
Yeah, it's bad. A King's Retribution. Naruko Uzumaki is executed by Konoha after accidentally killing Sasuke. After living through her next life as a Toria Pendragon,
What?
she finally gets a chance at revenge in the form of a wish on the Grail. What will she do with her second chance? Featuring Naruko, Arturia Pendragon, Mordred, and Jack the Ripper?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh. Okay, well, you know what? That's enough internet. We've had enough internet.
I'm looking at
Just
page
like that,
2.
you broke Sneaky.
We're done.
Hey, my hero is in the next page.
I do not care. We're
Oh, Sakura Demon Alchemist is in the next page.
we're done. We're done. We're done.
Oh, let's see if we can also find quarter ass here.
Probably. All right, gentlemen. We had a fun time. 10 o'clock. There's always more. It always gets worse.